Good morning, good morning, good morning, all of my good people out there. Welcome back to Trade Genius Live. I'm your host and the brand ambassador of the Edge from the Prop firm, TradeGheenyuz. And we are in here on a holiday, but we belong in here considering we have our special guest coming back. And yeah, man, good morning to everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I am beat up, workout, been whooping my butt, but that's all right. Been grinding hard. Woof. My whole body is like just sore. Everything's sore. You name a body part, you name a muscle, sore. But it's all a part of the grind to get back. And I ain't complaining. I am just reflecting. But yeah, it's cool. At least I know all this soreness I feel. At least I know I'm doing something, right? At least I know I'm working. For real, for real. Let's get up in here and let's welcome everybody. Y'all know I ain't taking no trades today. I am still in the 5-0. So I didn't set my TP. I usually set a TP when I plan on holding to like TP 8, 9, or 10. I didn't set it today. It hit TP 9 on micros, hit TP 10 on mini. So missed out on, unfortunately, on all of those profits. But hey, we live to trade another day, right? All right, so let's see. All right, cool. So let's get in it. Let's see who we got in the building. B. Cologne Jr., good morning. Marvin Mesa, good morning. I missed the entry, but I entered that TP1 when it came back. I would not recommend that. That is not the way that you trade. I gotta be transparent. That is not how you trade the strategy. You're supposed to let it go. Entering the trade at TP1 is called FOMO, fear of missing out. You got to learn how to sit on your hands. You got to wait for the trade to come back to you. That's not just for Marvin, that's for everyone. If you miss the entry, you miss the entry. It's just what it is. You can't jump in at TP1. I mean, it may have worked in your favor, but I'm just saying that's not something good to do because that's a habit that you're going to start and you are creating a bad habit. So I just want to just say that. All right. You don't jump in at TP1. You jump in at the entry. Think about what you just said. I jumped in at TP1. It's TP1. It's not the entry. Just think about that. Just think about that. That was totally, totally incorrect. I don't care if you made profits or not. That's not how you trade. If you want to be a consistent, successful trader and profitable, you have to follow the rules. That's number one in this game. You cannot make up your own rules and just think of, well, I'm just going to do this. It don't work like that. So let's keep it pushing. T. Pruitt, good morning. Kiara, hey. Let's see here. No, Kiara, that was not smart if you're talking about Marvin jumping in. Unfortunately, that was not smart at all. You got to get in at the entry. That's the only time you can get in a trade when you're placing a strategy is at the entry. Just remember that. That is not good at all. If you get in at TP1, what was his risk? Let's think about it. So y'all go do the math from TP1 to stop loss. Add all that up for me. That was the risk. That's not good. It just worked out in your favor, but that's not how you trade. And I do not suggest that. I do not recommend that. And anytime I see that in the community, I'm gonna push back on it. All right. Jazz Rich, good morning. Let's see here, Brewer, getting these gems up early. Yeah. Let's go. Let's see here. Ella heard that. And that's why I only visit. Oh, okay. Blow Machete, good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Let's see here. Good morning. People say good morning, my good people. How's everyone doing? That's fantastic Friday. I'm doing great. Edgar Martinez, good morning. Happy Friday. Where we at? Jay Royal said, you ready, guys? Aqua said, Grand Rising. Trading family, let's sharpen our trading swords. Let's get it. Queen Honey Mama, happy new day. Regina Beck, good morning, y'all. TGIF. Jerry Jack, a.k.a. Mr. Payout in the building. Good morning, geniuses. Sin, good morning. Mike, good morning. Donna, good morning. Chrissy, good morning. Happy Fruitful Friday. I love that. T Cool, happy holidays and happy Friday. Josh Stretz, salute to you too, my brother. Wally, happy Friday. Bettina, buenos dias, señora. ¿Qué tal? Joe, good morning. Son Machete, what's up, Trent? Happy Friday. What's up to you, my brother? Let's see here. Makita Solomon, Grand Risings. Q, Grand Risings, my guy. That's what's up. JR, good morning, my brother. Let's go. Absolutely. Laser Focused Mind, good morning. Tutelli, good morning. Kai, good morning. Serena, good morning, good morning. Kiara said ranging today. Okay, let's check it out. Chrissy said, congrats to you guys. Thank you. Ty said, happy Juneteenth, trading family. Cuz, what's up, cousin? What's up, baby? How are you? How are you? Got my cuz in the building. Good morning, sweetie. Q, I went to the gym for the first time in my 37 years yesterday. It was cool. What? Congrats to that, man. Congrats to that. For real, for real. First time going to the gym? Hey, so hey, somebody, you got to have a first day in anything, right? So I don't even look at it at the point of it being your first day. I look at the fact that you went. That's what's very, very important. You went, you started. You know what I mean? That's a start. That's fire. That's fire. That's fire. That's fire. Edom, good morning. Happy Friday and happy Juneteenth to all. No, you good, Marvin. I just gotta I gotta give that tough love, bro. I do it to everybody. You can ask Benjamin Cologne. I do it to everybody. You talking right now, law, FOMO. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because think about it. When we say stuff like that in the community, I don't want anyone else to think that that's okay to do. You know what I mean? So I have to speak on it, and I have to let it be known that that's not how we trade. You know what I'm saying? So that is, that always has to be done. Anytime I see anybody making a mistake, I'm definitely going to correct you. If y'all see me making a mistake, please correct me. That's what we in here for. You know what I'm saying? But we can't do stuff like that. You know what I mean? That like I said, I'm glad it worked out in your favor, but that's not, that's just not that's not what a trader is. You know what I'm saying? So we got to make sure we don't do that, because we don't want anyone in the community thinking that that's okay either, right? Because that'll be breeding bad habits. We don't want to do that. And usually bad habits spread much quicker than good ones. It's just the way that it is in life. So it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Took the 5 on micros and took profits earlier at TP2 with runner TP, with one runner to 68 ticks around TP4. That's what's up, Serena. Nice, nice, nice. Karate 357's Grand Risings. Joe, I need this. T. Pruitt said, nice. Dash Rich, same. I said, yep. Love the runner with this strat. So much less stress. Absolutely. I would definitely recommend it. Christy, good morning. OG Leah, good morning. Todd, good morning, my brother. Thank y'all for going after this. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. More gems, please. Oh, and get those likes up too. That's what's up, V Brewer. Gigi, good morning. Glad I heard your extortion on jumping. Your extortion on jumping. Yo estoy muy bien, gracias. ¿Tú qué tal? Nada. Mucho trabajo de trading. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of work in trading. You know what I'm saying? Like just a lot of work. You know what I mean? For real, for real. You know what? I got to talk to you more so we can talk in Spanish. I got to get my fluency back. That's the thing. I don't have really no one to talk to here in Spanish like I used to when I was younger and had my family around me. For real, Bettina. I think moving forward, like me and you, just talking Spanish. Just straight up moving forward. Stephen Brown, morning, bro. Bodovan, good morning, Trade Geniuses. Big Red, yo, let's get after it. Absolutely. T Cool, what's good? Jim can be intimidating. Good job, right, Stephen Brown? For real. That's good. I mean, first time going in 30, man, she went. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just a win in itself, just to get up and go. especially if you ain't never been ever, and you just tell yourself, I'm going to get up and go. You know how much time between saying I'm going to get up and go, going to the gym, that she could have been like, nah, you know what I mean? I changed my mind. You know what I'm saying? You know how the mind works, right? She went there. She showed up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Miss Empress, greetings. Torch, what's good? Hi, new to Scalp Guy Strat. Recap if I'm correct. Wait for the first 5-minute candle to form. After market open, mark highs and lows of the candle. Whichever support resistance it breaks, that's when you enter. Unfortunately, that's not it. Close, but that's not it. We can, I'm laughing at Steven. Matter of fact, Torch, hit me up, DM me. Torch, DM me, and I'm gonna get you on track. Call him Starving Marvin, right? The funny thing is, he know better than that. That's why I got on him. He know better than that. Marvin knows better than that. He knows better than that. So, but still got to let him know, right? It's all love, but still got to let him know. What Benjamin Cologne said, yes, sir, tough love is great. He know. Benjamin hit me up many times, and he asked me stuff, and I tell him, I give him the honest truth. You know what I'm saying? I don't shortcut on what I say. Like I give it to him respectfully, of course. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm always going to respect. It's always going to be respect, but also understand too that it is some tough love in there. You know what I mean? So, you're a good coach. Thank you. For real, Ty. Absolutely. What gym did you go to? Okay. Sneehawk. Good morning, my sister. Super late today. No, you're not. You are on point. You're good. And guess what, y'all? I want to share something with y'all about my sister Sneehawk. She got her first payout, y'all. Her first payout. Like what? Like that is just, man. Everybody give a shout out to Sneehall, man. She got her first payout. She hit me yesterday. She was so excited. I was so excited for her. I know that was a major milestone because I know, excuse me, I know she was going back, you know, she was fighting that a little bit. I know she had blew some accounts. And I know she had went in drawdown. Like she was going through a lot. But what that let me know, she was fighting. You know what I mean? She was fighting. You know what I mean? To say the things that she was going through and then to come back and let me know she got her first payout. Man, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Everybody, please big her up. She deserves it. She's been working hard. Straight up, I gotta give her that credit. She's been working hard. She definitely deserves it. That's why she got it. That's just amazing. Been catching up on all the late night videos. That's what's up, JR. Michael, good morning. Frost the Fifth, rise and shine. Where you been? Been looking for you, man. With a flashlight in the daytime. Makita was a 5-0 long. No, the 5-0 was a short last night. Mr. Lee, how you doing, sir? Amazing morning. Vale perfecto. That's what's up. Oh, you went 24/7. That's what's up. Hi, training fam. Moodinator. That's what's up. Right. Oh yeah. Yeah, Marv. Steven, I know you teasing. Trust me. That's what we're doing here. You know what I mean? We family. That's what family do, right? Family, we tease each other, but it's all love. You know what I'm saying? So market is open in like 1 minute. We'll get there. Y'all know I ain't taking no trades today. It's a holiday. I'm just in the trade that I'm still in the 5-0 from last night. I missed out on all those gains, and we'll get in there. We'll talk about that. Guess I'll just talk to you in Spanish. I got to do it every day anyway. Right, JR, you know what? That's right. Because you've been all Spanish speaking countries. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Because you're in South America. That's what's right. That's right. Yeah, I committed to a year trying to get my mind and body right for Genius Island. I heard that. Boy, what? Got to put that up on stream. That's what's up, Q. For real. Well, y'all, I encourage everyone to work out, get your health together. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very important that you do that. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. You don't want to have all this money and be on your deathbed, or you don't want to have all this money from trading and be sick. You're not going to be able to enjoy it. Think about that. Like, health is wealth. Your health is more important than your bank account. Just remember that. Straight up. I'm waiting for the orb. Okay. Marvin said, ha. Tamika, I'm a bit late. Good morning. Are you good? I made the dumbest mistake. OMG. I drove all the way to NYC for work, getting for work, forgetting schools are closed for today, not remembering that today is a federal holiday. It's all good. It happens, my brother. These tough love moments brought me back from the brink of making every mistake I read about even before I made them. Yeah, for real, for real. Kiara said 38 likes. Yeah, we got 82 viewers, 42 likes. Let's get the likes up, everybody. Anybody that's new to the stream, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. We're going to have an amazing day today. I'm going to need what Torch is getting, so I'm going to DM you too. That's what's up. My trading view is frozen since yesterday. Why? I don't know. Mine has not been frozen. What I would say is log out, log back in. If not, make sure you're on a Chrome browser and clear your cache. Do that and then log back in. So just remember, when you clear your cache, it's gonna take out all your history and stuff like that. So if you had any saved passwords, make sure you go corral those first in the event you don't have them somewhere, you haven't memorized them. Yeah, do that. Go corral your username and password first, get them secure, then go into the Chrome browser. I don't know what you're using. I don't know if you're on a PC or if you're on a Mac. Either way, everyone should be using TradingView through Chrome. Don't use Microsoft Edge. Don't use that. Use Chrome. Chrome is the best browser for that. All right. We need the tough love. Thank you, Trent. Absolutely. No fighting with my computer. Right. Right, Jerry Jack, though. For real, man. That's just fire. That's just fire. And I'm glad everybody's congratulating Sneehall. She definitely deserves it. She's been grinding. Got to give her that credit. She has been grinding. For real. She's been grinding. Oh, that's what's up. I appreciate that. But look, I facilitate the information, but you still got to put in the work. So you know what I mean? But I get it. I appreciate it. I never like to take any credit, but hey, if you're going to give me some, hey, you know what I mean? There it is. You know, we did it together. How about that? I love it. Yeah, she put in the work. And I can tell you one thing, this community helps her a lot. That's one thing that she stated. She stated how everything that you guys say, you know, as far as like with strats and just different things about, you know, how would I say, you know, staying grounded as a trader, you know, those kinds of statements, that all of those things helps her. And she mentioned that. So I just thought it was amazing. Every time you say JR, I think you're talking to me. And then you said you're in South America. I really thought you were talking to me. Oh my goodness. I got tapped out at what? Karate 357, you got tapped out? You shouldn't have, unless you took a early TP. There's hardly no volume in the market right now. We're going to jump there. Let me keep going through these comments. My trading, we did that until I changed contract. Oh, good point, Ty. You know what? I don't remember who that was. Whoever just stated about the, because I just that quick, I forgot who it was. But you stated about your charts being frozen. Great point. What Ty brought up. Could be on the wrong contract. You should be on MNQU. We're on U contracts now. You may be on M. So we need to be on not MNQM, but MNQU. Thanks, Ty, for pointing that out. That is very true. Yeah, everybody's saying it. Everybody says that's what's up. That's what I love about this community. Everybody I be late. Y'all be on it. Blessing, top five, Bandote. Blessing to everyone. Profit will come. Just show up every day. Stay consistent in execution at the right moment. Most importantly, protect your capital. Can't treat it like gambling. Facts. That's going up on the board. Facts. Khalid, good afternoon. That's what's up. Thank y'all for chiming in on that. Everybody's so helpful in the community. It's unreal. So there we are. All right, right here. See what top five said? Top five Bandote. Blessing to everyone. But the main important thing is what? Profits will come. Just show up every day. Stay consistent and execution at the right moment. Most importantly, protect your capital. Can't treat it like gambling. Can't say it no better than that. Coach, I just picked up Elusive for Monday, and thank you. And alive, I passed 350K evals. That is fire. Shout out to you, Mr. Cologne. That's what's up, Mr. Cologne. Shout out to you, brother. That's dope. You know what? Think about it, man. One thing I can say, since we started this, everyone that I'm seeing having success was also, how would I say, not making mistakes, but had some hurdles to climb. You know what I'm saying? And I can definitely say, I see y'all. Like, I see y'all, because Benjamin had some hurdles to climb, and man, he climbed them. He climbed them. Like he climbed them. He's been passing evals. You know what I'm saying? I haven't heard him talking about no more blown accounts. You know what I mean? So that right there is fire in itself, y'all. Y'all big him up. Y'all big him up. Like he's been putting in the work. He's been putting in the work. He's been grinding. He's been grinding. Got to give him that. Got to give him that credit. Got to give everybody deserve their flowers. Y'all know how I am. I give it to everybody, for real, for real. A little late. Corb's a little late. Good morning, everyone. Looking forward to the stream. Oh, you ain't late, bro. You right on time. All right, let's go ahead on and just jump to the charts. So last night, y'all see we had a huge move, and it hit TP. It hit right before TP10 on micros, but it hit TP10 on minis, because remember, we always talk about how the price points are different, right? They are two different instruments. So, but yeah, I did not have my stop. I should have not stop loss. Excuse me. I had my stop loss set, of course. I should have had my TP set, and I didn't. I usually always set it to like TP 8, 9, 10, and I didn't. So I missed out on all this move. I'm still in the trade right now. I'm just going to just rock it and probably close it out. I'll close it out like right before the market closes. I think market today is closing at 10. Yeah, 1 p.m. Eastern. So that'll be 10 o'clock. 10 a.m. my time, excuse me. Appreciate the tough love. Question, if I'm past payout on several accounts, but they're hitting me with the consistency rule, how do I move past it? You got to keep trading until you bring your consistency down. It's very important that, and it's also too, it's very important that we keep up on the consistency rule, because that can affect our payouts. It can affect a lot of things. Got to be mindful of that. Got to be mindful of that. Very, very important. Very, very important. Think about it. You don't want to be killing your profits. You're making all of this profits. You're trading successfully, right? You're getting profitable trades. But if you're going over the consistency rule, then you know what's going to happen. It's going to, you're not going to be eligible to get that payout because you're breaching that rule. So just keep that in mind. Thanks for that. I blew 7K from 150K account because of revenge trading. I'm so mad with myself because I knew better. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Just use it as a learning lesson. You know what I mean? Journal it. Make sure you're journaling it, and make sure you're putting it in. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're putting that in your journal, meaning what you did, like all the any mistakes you make, what you need to do better, how to correct it. Like put all that in your journal. Put all of that in your journal. All that should be there. I got tapped out at TP4. Oh, okay. Okay, got you. I did a stop limit order and moved my TP line as far down as my screen allowed. Got you. That's still dope. Car 357, you made some bread on that one micro. That's fire. That's fire. Tamika said I have 400K, I have 4 100K lucid accounts. 2 was blown. I just passed 2. That's what's up. Congrats on that. It's all right. You came back, right? Blew 2, passed 2. Hey, it'd be like that. It'd be like that. That's crazy. I'm grabbing one now. Congrats, my guy. Thank you to all. Absolutely. All right. So let's go ahead and we're still going to just follow what we do, right? I'm not even logged into anything. I'm not taking any trades. You can see how low the volume is. Y'all already know we don't trade on no day like today. It doesn't make any sense. So I'm not trading. So I won't even be talking about anything but possibly maybe the 5. But other than that, I'm not really talking about too much. Take a reentry if it hits stop loss, then comes back. Yep. All right, so let's go through the motions, right? Let's mark it out. We're marking out our time zone so we can get an idea of what today's bias could be. Of course, we know the volume's going to be low. Of course, we know it's a holiday, but we're still going to go through the motions. We in here. Let's work on our repetition. All right, so we're marking out. Y'all know 5, 9, 11 to 2. All right, what are we doing? We are seeing if this is the first 3 hours of London. This is the first 3 hours of Asia. What are we doing? We are, the first 4 hours of Asia. First 4 and first 3. That's the cheat code. So what are we doing? We're looking to see. We're checking the highs and lows during each time section that we marked off, and we're looking to see if London took out Asia highs and or Asia lows, right? All right, so let's go identify where the highs are in each zone that we just marked out. So this would be the high of Asia, and we can honestly say this would be the low. So now we're looking to see if London took out Asia highs and or Asia lows during this time frame. So with Asia being the high here, we can just follow your crosshair straight across, and we can see London did not take out Asia highs. This is Asia low. We can go right across here. This would be the lowest part that London hit during this time frame. And London did not take out Asia highs and or Asia lows. So what does that mean, y'all? What does that mean? London did not take out Asia highs and or Asia lows. What does that mean? Let me know in the chat for the ones that know. What does that mean? Asia did not take out London highs and or London lows. It didn't sweep either. Let's see if y'all remember. Chopstick means it's gonna be hard to eat. Absolutely laser focused mind. I love it. Yep, that's pretty much it right there. Bam. The market is going to be choppy. Now, we're not married to this bias. Anything can change that. So it's a possibility that the market could be choppy. That's how we would state that, right? So London didn't sweep either. Didn't sweep the high. It didn't sweep the low. That means we look for a New York session to be choppy, right? Once again, we're not married to this bias. It's just a gauging point. It's just a gauging point. So just keep that in mind. It is a gauging point. All right. So boom, there it is. Shout out to Laser Focused Mind. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Your name truly depicts like how you move. I'm watching you. You stay on it all the time. That's what's up. I love it. That's great. All right. Now, where we at? Consolidating. Yep. Same thing. Bottom and choppy. Yep. Blunt machete. Chop, chop. Yep. Kiara ranging. Yep. Tamika choppy. Ty probably will continue downward. Actually, it would be choppy. I wanted to continue downward. I definitely hope for that, Ty. But yeah, Penta Plus Digital, consolidating. Yep, same thing. Choppy. EMU, choppy bias. Absolutely. It's going to go after the close liquidity zone. No, that's only if that happens when London takes out Asia high and Asia low in the same set. Like if we marked it out right, and London took out Asia high, it swept Asia highs and Asia lows within this time frame, then we look for price to do exactly what you said. Find the closest liquidity, sweep that, and then reverse. So just keep that in mind. How did you get to that conclusion? It was taught to me by my coach and mentor. Shout out to Scalp God, my big brother. Yep. And if you go back in the charts, just go back like a year and just start scrolling through and just go mark the time zones out the way I do in the overnight session, and then go look at what New York session did, and I can guarantee you I say 75 to 80% of the time it's right on. You know what I mean? Now, once again, we're not married to that. We don't use that and say, oh, because it may be bullish or bearish or whatever the case may be, that's how we're going to trade the market. No, it's just a gauging point. As I stated, we don't trade off that. We don't trade off that. We just use it as like I said, as a gauging point, just to put in your brain so you can understand, what the market could possibly do. Then once New York session opens, you have an idea, right? You have an idea of possibly what market is going to do. If you see it start trending the way of the bias, then you're like, okay, you know, it's possibly trending that way. But we don't trade off that. Like I said, we just use that as a gauging point. When you say TP, are you taking those profits or just using those as markers? When I say TP, that'll be taking profit. Yeah, take profit. If I say TPs, then it's multiple, it's multiple TPs because it went down to TP9. So there's a risk to reward tool that I use. Let's see, wait for it to pop up. I don't know why it's spinning, but we'll give it a second to pop up. There it is. So this is what I was talking about. See how I said it hit TP9, almost hit TP10, but didn't quite get there. So usually what I'll do is I usually set my TP, meaning my order limit, which I would set like my order limit to take me out the trade, to like, exit my trade with that profit, usually around TP9, TP8, 9, or 10. Let me move my screen out. Let me move this out the way so you can see it over here. But yeah, so that's usually what I would do. I didn't do that. So I missed out on this run. Price came back up. Now it's here. And I'm sure I was sitting at about almost over three bands. I could have had over 3 bands in my account. Nevertheless, this is what you deal with when you don't, I ain't gonna say I didn't follow my rule of doing that. I didn't place it. That's why it's good to just be, locked in. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I got to take my pill, you know what I'm saying? And swallow it. And I got to deal with that. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to let it run. Wherever it ends up is where it ends up. But, that's how that can be a learning lesson. So you can take what I just did and let that be a learning lesson for you so you don't make the same mistake. You know what I'm saying? Because I went to sleep on it. And there's many times that I've went to sleep on this trade and woke up and still be in profit, but you don't know what the trade's going to do. And that's why I had started setting like TP9, TP10, like setting my TP to take me out the trade and, exit my trade at that point. So I was holding this trade last night. I told myself I was going to hold. I didn't take a base hit and leave any runners. So there it is. But yeah, so that's pretty much how that went. And this right here is just an overlay for anyone that's just an overlay. It doesn't enter me in a trade or anything like that. It's just an overlay to give me like a bird's eye view into, like what's going on, like where price is, how many ticks it is, the target. So it helps me, it helps me as far as identify, where I may want to take profits at, period. It would say 15-minute banger is valid. Yeah, no trades for me today. Let me take this off. No trades for me today. No trades for me today. Yeah, 15-minute banger is valid, but with this volume, yeah, I ain't messing with nothing. I ain't messing with. I'm just gonna stay. I'm over here on my other computer. I'm still in the 5 over there. I'm just gonna stay there and do that. So, what indicator? Can you take some time to answer my? Oh, my bad. Call it. What you say? Where you at? Let me scroll back up. Where you at? The strategy is sit again. Is it really gambling to take it again? No, you can't. So let me say this again. How can you tell it's gambling trading? For example, some would say don't take the trade again once you took profit. Let's say you are trading with support and resistance. Okay, so this is how it's gambling. Every strategy has rules. There's no trading strategy that I know of where you take it again unless you're scalping, right? If you took a trade and you took a strategy like support and resistance, right? And let's say you're supporting whatever strategy it is outside of scalping, because scalping is a total different beast, right? So any other trade outside of scalping has rules, right? That strategy has to have rules. It can't be a strategy without no rules. So if you took a strategy and you were profitable, just because the strategy sets up again, you don't take it twice. That would be considered gambling. You took the trade. I made an analogy yesterday. You know what that's like? That's like getting up to the plate in baseball, hitting the ball, getting a base hit, a double, a triple, whatever, right? Or home run, whatever. And then you go right back to the plate again. to hit the ball again. It doesn't work like that. Like once you take your base hit, that's it. You're done. You're on base. You can't go back to the plate and swing the bat again. Same thing if you hit a home run. If you hit a home run, you go back to you run your bases, right? You go back to home, you put the point on the board, and then you go back and you go sit down in the dugout. You don't get to go back up to the plate again and swing the bat again. It doesn't work like that. That's just making up your own rules in your head. Think about that. You adding stuff. That's not trading. It's gambling. Period. Period. That's gambling. I don't care how you look at it, how you want to try to, like I said, if anyone don't think it's gambling or you're in your mind playing with that, your mind, you're allowing your subconscious mind to totally overlook the rules, and you're just going off of what you think. And I can tell you, going off of what you think in trading is not going to get you to being a consistent, profitable trader. I suggest, who was that? Khaled, you need to go and read the book. Best Loser Wins. You got to go read that book. You got to work on your psychology. How would I say? I recommend everyone read that book. I've been saying it. I read the book. I read it twice. Trust me, it's going to help you because you have to understand it's not what you think. It's the rules. You have to follow the rules. You know what I mean? That's one of the hardest things in trading. You got to fight your mind because your subconscious mind is going to always tell you something different. It ain't going to tell you what you should be doing in trading. It's always going to tell you something different. That's something that I just come to learn. You know what I mean? Just with my own trading career. Like you got to fight your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is going to tell you all kinds of things. You know what I'm saying? It's going to tell you all kinds of things. So you just got to keep that in mind. What indicator is that? That is the Scalp Guide Risk Reward tool. Miss Empress. Yeah, Scalp Guide Risk Reward tool. If you're in the inner circle, I mean, I know you are, but I'm saying that anyone's in the inner circle, you can get it. If you're not in the inner circle, you can go to TradingView and you can put in Moodinator. What is it? Let me see. I'm gonna give you all the link right now. Shout out to C Moody. Shout out to the Moodinator. He coded one, and you can use his if you're not in the inner circle. Because if you're not in the inner circle, you won't be able to get it. I'm going to drop the link to the one Moodinator made, and you can go to TradingView. It's published. So all you got to do is just go to TradingView, and you can add it to your chart. And I just dropped it. I'm sorry, I missed a bunch of questions. What risk reward? My bad, Karate 357. As I stated, Scalp Guide Risk Reward tool, but Moodinator I just dropped the one that Moodinator dropped. But you're in the community too, so you can get either one you want. I know you're in the IC. So how do you set up your bars to TP so many times? Oh, you just have to select it. So basically, you go into, for the ones that have this, you go in here, and down here you can select however many you want. If you see, it just kept 6, right? So now it's 5. And if I want 10 back, just click in the boxes. Real easy. Real simple. All right. I'm a Scout fan. That's why I didn't get it the first time. Got you, guys. It's okay. You good, Khaled. It's okay. If I'm using a strategy, I'm at the part where sometimes I second guess myself on whether to enter a long or short. How do I pass that? Okay. The first thing I would say, I am GG25. I would say, have you back tested that strategy going back 3 years? Because just from your question, it sounds as if, because you're second guessing yourself, most of the time when we're second guessing ourselves with a strategy, it's because we don't really truly know the strategy in and out, or we're not confident using the strategy. So me asking you if you back tested the strategy going back 3 years and also demo traded it for at least 2 to 3 months, that will give you the confidence that you need to know that you can trust your strategy. And every time it sets up, you just take it. That's pretty much how that works. So you have to go back and back test the strategy. You have to go to FX Replay. You can use the code TREND30. Seriously. And you can use the code TREND30. I just dropped it in the comments, and that will definitely that'll definitely help you. You know what I mean? But you have to go back and do the back testing on it, because that's going to give you the confidence, number one, to know that the strategy is solid. Number two, it's going to give you the repetition, so you know how to take it. You'll be good at taking it, because that's what back testing is going to do. It's not going to just give you the analytics. It's also going to give you. It's like this. Just look at it like this. Back testing is just like this. If we both in the gym, and you shoot a basket, you take 5 shots. You're practicing your shot. I'm practicing my shot. You take 5 shots, right? I take 100. Who do you think is going to have the better probability or the most chance at being the better shooter? The one that took the most shots, right? So it's the same thing with back testing. When you go back, that's why we recommend going back 3 years. And you can do that in FX Replay. You can literally go back 3 years. FX Replay uses TradingView charts, so you're seeing the exact same data that happened 3 years ago. And then you just back test your strategy all the way up into the present day. It's going to take you probably a couple of months to get through that. That's fine. You can create a session in there. In that session, you'll be able to put your strategy in there. You'll be able to start the session, go in there, back test it for a few hours. When you get tired, shut it down. Whenever you come back, the session is there waiting for you. It's going to pick up right where you left off. And you keep doing that till you come up to, present wherever you are at that day and time. So you're going to have the 3 years plus. And trust me, that's going to give you all the repetition. It's going to give you all the analytics you need from a back testing perspective. After that, you just need to go ahead on and demo trade. At least 2 to 3 months. I mean, if you want to be good at this as a financial skill, you got to practice. You got to practice. You got to put in the work. I can tell you this, if you do that, I can guarantee you're going to be that much better. I can guarantee you're not going to second guess yourself when it comes time to take that trade, because you're going to be very confident in taking a trade, because you're going to know how well the trade works, and also how well you implement it. Because remember, you are the one implementing the trade. So you got to make sure you're putting your entry where it's supposed to be, your stop loss where it's supposed to be, and taking profits where you're supposed to take profits for that strategy, whatever that strategy is. Repeat the name of the book, please. Oh, I think they said. Wow, Fight Your Mind. Great. Yeah. Trust me. Best loser wins. I'll drop it. I'll drop it for y'all. I'll drop the book. 1 second. Let me get in there right now. I'll drop the book for y'all. So you ain't got to even try to find it. I'm going to put the link in there. It's going to take you right to it. Where we at? Here. And yep. And bam. And here's the link for, where are we? Where are my books? Oh, here we go. I'm going to drop them for both. One Good Trade and Best Loser Wins. If you get both books, I recommend reading Best Loser Wins first. There it is in the link. It's Amazon, real easy. And then here's a complimentary book, the Candlestick Bible. This is one that's free. For everyone that's new, read this. It's important. This is how it's going to help you. You know what? I'll confirm that for you, Laser Focus Mind. 1 sec. Let's see here. All right, cool. So there's the Best Loser Wins. There's One Good Trade. If you're going to get both books, I recommend reading Best Loser Wins first, whether you get both or one of them. But if you're going to get one, get Best Loser Wins. That's the one. That's all psychology right there. Literally. It's a darn good book. And then we also have the Candlestick Bible. So, and that one is just going to tell you all about candlesticks. All right, let's see here. Let's see here. Let me get there. Let me make sure I did my daily levels. I don't think I did. No, I did not, because I knew I wasn't trading today. But, okay. So to do this for you, I'm going to have to do my dailies. All right, so I already know these are going to be unmitigated because price didn't come there. I'll do this in front of y'all. I was actually going to do this like way later. Why I don't have this one up? Okay, let me put this one up. High here is 584.25. Get this up. Close that. 584.25. All right. Now let me just go through and check these. I'll do my daily levels. I'm doing them for you. I'm doing them for you, laser focused minded. So laser focused mind, so we can see what's good or not. Let me see here. So where we at? 630, 630, 630. Okay, right here. Market open there. So I know this one is gone. And I know this one is unmitigated. All right, cool. Let me go back. Let me set it up. And then I can answer that question for you. I wasn't going to do these until sometime later, before market open on Sunday. So let's see here. So the low here is 30.09, 225. 30.09, let me expand this. 30.09, 225, 09, 225. I hope y'all curated some questions for today for our special guests. Did I do that right? 30.09, 225. All right, cool. There's that. All right, let's get the open here, which is 31.46. This is how I set up my daily levels. For those that don't know what I'm doing, I have a video on my channel that shows you how to do it. It's called Finding Your NQ Daily Levels. These are the levels that I use for one of my strategies. And also, too, they're also gauging points for just the market in general. Let's see the close, 719.75. So I always mark out the daily candle from the day before, and I use that to trade. So today, if I was trading on Friday, I'll be using this Thursday candle. What we got again? Oh, 75. 75. Gotcha. Gotcha. All right, and there's that. And the high is 783. All right, so dailies are done. Let me jump now to the 5. Let me see here. No. Let's go to the 1 minute. No, daily strat is not invalidated. The only time the DS becomes invalidated is when price touches one of the daily levels. Once price touches one of the daily levels and you didn't get an entry, the DS will be invalidated. So to answer your question, laser focused mind, no, it's not. Let's see here, 15 minute. Yes, 15-minute banger is definitely valid. Yes, you're definitely waiting for a pullback. I wouldn't recommend trading today. There's no volume in the market, and you never want to trade on holidays. The banks are closed. That's why the volume is so low. There's nobody in them. There's hardly any. There's low volume because there's no money in the market. You know what I'm saying? Like the big fish are sleeping, the whales are sleeping. So I wouldn't recommend taking any trades today. All right. So where are we? Head everyone. You can go to your indicators. Yep. Let me put this up on the board right here. I also dropped it in there, but I'm just putting this up there again. You can go to your indicators in TradingView and just search for Mudinator risk reward and click add to chart, and you can use his version of the indicator. He made one, and there it is. So for anyone that's not in the inner circle, make sure you thank Mudinator, because he did that out the goodness of his heart. He didn't have to do that. He did that. So, all right. Yep. Mess around, get stuck and lose. Absolutely. I wouldn't recommend at all trading today. Stay away. The indicators are real easy to set up. I think Mudinator had instructions. He'll drop them in here, Kiara, if you want to do it. He'll drop them. It's not hard. It's simple. Actually, he dropped it yesterday, but excuse me, maybe maybe you didn't see it. It's all good. No worries. He'll drop it again. See, Mood, can you drop the instructions on how to get the indicator on the chart? Please. Thank you, brother. All right. So Yeah, right? Shout out to Mudinator for that. That was dope. That was dope. Very, very cool of him to do that. Very, 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 very cool. So, all right. So, yeah. So that my trade I'm just gonna just let my trade rock. All right, cool. Let's see here. Let's get into question of the day. Let's get this mental muscle rocking. Answered a bunch of questions. So now let's get to that. All right. So we have 86 viewers, 62 likes. We just need 24 more likes. Cost you nothing. Likes are free. Let's see here. So, question of the day today is, how do you stay mentally sharp during a losing streak in NQ futures? How do you stay mentally sharp during a losing streak in NQ futures? Think about that. Everybody gonna go through it. You're gonna have a losing streak. You're gonna have one. How do you deal with that? Remember, losing streaks are inevitable. The question is how you respond. Think about it. Strategies, maybe you need to reduce your size. Go back to demo trading. Study the charts without trading. Go back to back testing. Like, these are the ways that's how you stay mentally sharp during a losing streak. And don't get down. Trust your strategy. That's why I say go back to back testing. Go back to demo trading. You should be journaling. So you need to be looking at your journal. See if there's something that's changed. That's why I dropped a video on how to actually, journal your trades. And I put everything in there that you need to write down in your journal. So that's going to give you an bird's eye view as to what's going on. You got your emotions in there. You got everything in there. So if you're journaling all your trades, if you're journaling every trade, then you'll have a ledger and you'll be able to go back and do some comparisons and compare and just see what's going on this losing streak versus what's going on when you have profitable trades. Yep. That's the best thing that you can do. And you gotta go figure it out. Literally, you got to put some work in and figure it out. But the journal that's going to be your number one tool to help you to figure it out. Because that's the only place you're going to have analytics. That's going to have everything, right? Your emotions, your this, your that, everything going on. Time of day, the amount of contracts, the strategy you traded, all that stuff. It could be time. It could be the time. It could be your emotions. It could be, I don't know, sometimes we get overconfident. It could be overconfidence. Maybe you're getting in too early. Maybe you're entering too late. It's a bunch of things and you got to go find it. But that's how you do it. It's there. It's really there. It's not hidden. It's there in plain view. You just got to go find it. And journaling your trades is going to help you. Now, once you do that, I still would recommend back testing and demo trading, because maybe you just need to get back. I always equate trading to being an athlete. You're a basketball player, your shot is off. What do you got to do? You got to go back and practice your shot. You got to go see what's going on. Are you squaring up your shoulders? Are you holding your elbow up? Like all of those mechanics, right? You got to go back and look at your mechanics. The same thing with trading. Got to go back and check on your mechanics. See what has changed. Do you have some personal things going on in your life that could be affecting your trading? Got to look at that too, because that's going to drive emotions. That could possibly, we're human, right? We have there's millions of possibilities of things that we could be dealing with in our personal life. You got to go back and check that out as well. So you really truly got to do a full self audit of everything. And that's how you stay mentally sharp. That's how you stay mentally sharp and help overcome any losing streaks. And you got to separate your identity from results. That's another thing too. Remember, you're not your P&L for the day. Just because your trade went against you, that's not who you are. Your P&L is your P&L. So don't look at your P&L and be like, oh, I suck because, man, I just can't win no trades. That's the wrong approach. That's why I said separate identity from results. Your identity is you're a trader. Hopefully you're a trader, not a gambler. You're a trader. And then the results are whatever those results are. They're not the same. They don't go together. They're two separate things. So don't base your identity on your results is what I'm saying, because now you're truly messing with your psychology. Yourself does not need to hear yourself say things like that. I suck. Dang, I'm not. Dang it. It's okay to say, you know what? I'm not good at this right now. I need to get better. That's okay. But don't beat yourself up saying stuff like I suck. Man, this trading thing, I don't know. Like, don't do that. It's not good for your psyche. Like I said, separate identity from results. So that is how you stay sharp, mentally sharp during a losing streak when you're trading NQ. That is definitely the cheat code. That is definitely the blueprint. All right. So let's jump into tip of the day. All right. So tip of the day today is treat each trade as one of the next 100, not the most important trade of your life. Think about that. Read that to yourself. Say it to yourself. Treat each trade as one of the next 100, not the most important trade of your life. Say that to yourself and think about it for a sec. Treat each trade as the next 100, not the most important trade of your life. Say it to yourself. So, the reason why we need to have this mindset, because this mindset shift right here, it removes emotional attachment to any single outcome. Think about what I just said. This removes emotional attachment from any single outcome. Treat each trade as one of the next 100 trades, not the most important trade of your life. Think about that. If you don't do that, you're going to be over-focusing on an individual trade. And that makes what's going to happen is you're going to have inconsistent decisions because you're under pressure. You're making that one trade everything. It's not everything. It's just the one of the next 100 trades. And you have to tell yourself that. This trade don't define me. It's just one of the next 100. It's like the last one. It's like the last one of the last 100. It's just the next 100. Right? You're in this for the long haul, or you just come into, because this ain't Vegas, right? We go to Vegas. Even if you live in Vegas, regardless, you still got to go to the casino. You're going to go there, you're going to do your thing, and then you're going to leave, right? You're gambling. Cool. This is trading. You're supposed to be here for the long haul, right? So you have to look at that trade as the next one of the next 100. It's not the most important trade of your life. It's not. Just keep that in mind. Remember, your edge plays out over a series of trades, not one. Think about it. You can't get analytics off one trade. You get analytics off 50 trades, 20 trades, 100 trades. The point I'm making, you have to take multiple trades to have analytics. So even with that stated, that tells you that one trade don't mean nothing. It's just one trade. So always keep that in mind. No single trade is going to define your performance. It's impossible. That makes no sense when you say it. Like if you think about it, when you say that, like if you tell yourself like, I can't let one trade define my entire trading performance, that makes no sense. Absolutely. You can't even get any statistics off one trade. It's one trade. So just keep that in mind. Don't let your trades define you. Kind of goes back to question of the day. You got to separate identity from results. Period. You are not your results. Your results are not your identity. Real simple. Real simple. I'm talking about it's very, very simple. That's why our psychology is so important. That's why I said, hey, since we got my brother coming back today for the interview, round 2, I was like, you know what? Then we're gonna have a stream, because I wasn't gonna even stream today. We was gonna end off last night in our members only stream in the vault, and I was gonna be done, and we would have saw each other back on Sunday, back in the vault, and then back on Monday for the morning live stream. But since we got my brother coming back, then I'm like, you know what? Let's get up in here and get this mental muscle. Let's get this trading psychology working. Because think about it, everybody on this call needs it. If you don't think you need it, let me know in the comment section if you don't think you need it. I'm sure it's gonna be crickets, because ain't nobody about to put I don't need it. Everybody needs this. Everybody needs to fine tune their trading sword. Y'all know what I talk about, right? Every day when we're in here, what are we doing? We got that big, crazy looking stone with one of them crazy looking gloves on that go like to your forearm, right? And we got this big old like barbarian type sword, right? That's our trading sword. And we're sharpening that thing every single day that we're in here. Every day we're sharpening it. Every day. It can't never get too sharp. Straight up. We ain't gonna never stop sharpening it. Like I said, it can't never get too sharp. We're going to sharpen it and sharpen it and sharpen it and sharpen it to where we could take a blade, we could take a piece of a hair and split that hair down the middle. That's how sharp our trading sword is going to be. So we need it. That's why I was like, well, then we're going to get some psychology before my brother, shows up. So just please understand that whatever issue you're dealing with, when you really, really go to the core of the issue, I can guarantee you it's psychology. Think about it. You can teach a 5 or 6-year-old how to go and click around and get in a trade. You can't. Teaching them psychology is going to be a whole nother side of the game, right? Getting in a trade, getting out of trade, that's easy. But it's your psychology, it's your process that's going to get you. You know what I'm saying? That's going to, develop you into a consistent, profitable trader. Not your profits, not shortcuts, not thinking, oh, I'll just do a little bit. Oh man, I got to go back 3 years I got to go back 3 years. I have to go back 3 years for my back testing session. Dang, I got a demo trade too. I got to do all of that before I could start taking trades. Yeah. Yeah, you have to do that. What you think? You think you just gonna come in the game and you just gonna just shortcut what all these consistent, profitable traders did to get there, and you're just gonna circumvent that, and because you in your mind and you think you got some kind of way that's going to allow you to, you think you're gonna be profitable, or how about this misconception? Because this is a big one. There's a huge misconception where people think that, oh, I'll just get me some accounts and I'll just take all the call outs from all the coaches. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Yeah, you're going to get some profits because our coaches are fire. But guess what? What happens when they don't show up? What happens if they leave the community, God forbid? And I'm not saying anybody is leaving. Excuse me. I'm just giving you an example. What if they leave the community? Then what? You never took the time to learn to trade on your own. You became a dependent trader. You was waiting on somebody to feed you. Now, guess what? That coach or those strategies that were feeding you, they're gone now. What are you going to do? Jump on to the next coach? Really? Like, just think about it. You got to put work in, period. I don't care who you are, what you think. I don't care how smart you think you are, how smart you may be. I believe all of us in here are intelligent. We all got brains. You got a brain, I feel you're intelligent. So with that said, just put in the work. Just put in the work. You put in the work, you'll be successful. And let me say this. It's okay to make mistakes. That's why we have demo trading features. That's why I recommend demo trading. That's why I recommend back testing. You can make all the mistakes in your back testing sessions and in your demo trading sessions. Make all the mistakes that you need. So when you go live, whether that's your live account, a prop firm account, guess what? You locked in. You done made so many mistakes. You've been journaling it. You're studying your analytics. You're like, yep, I know I used to do this. I don't do that anymore. I've corrected that issue. I'm entering on time now. I'm putting my stop loss where it's supposed to be. I'm lickety quick with it, meaning I'm doing my addition and my multiplication and all that, knowing what my risk is before I even enter the trade. So I know if I need to go in on 5 micros, 3 micros, 2 micros, whatever the case may be, I'm making sure I'm scaling correctly. I'm not over leveraging. I'm keeping my R&R intact. All that takes time. Takes time. I'm telling you, it takes at least 5 months to get all of that stuff in front of you. At least 5 months. I know that's what it took me. And I was on the charts every day. I ain't had no job. I remember I quit my job. I didn't have a job. I was right here, locked in all day till I was tired. I would do my little exercise, do my little normal personal stuff, go run my little errands, and then I come back, be right back on the charts again. Going to bed late, studying. I went through my Gemify Academy courses twice. Like, I was just putting in the work. I was just soaking up everything. I was a sponge. I'm soaking up everything that I possibly can. I was soaking up. Read the Candlestick Bible a couple times, trying to understand candlesticks, because y'all got to remember, when I got in this game, I was green. I knew nothing. Make sure I want you to know that I knew nothing. All I know was like, yep, that's a trading chart and there's candlesticks on there. That's all that I knew. I knew nothing. So just put in the work. Put in the work. And it's okay to make mistakes. Just don't continuously keep making the same mistakes, right? Make sure you are doing what you need to do to get yourself to the next level. Don't cheat yourself. Don't cheat yourself. Because if you ain't putting in the work, don't be complaining. Don't be looking at your trades and wondering why this is going wrong, that's going wrong if you ain't putting in the work. Because think about life, right? Something that we all know in life is all adults on here. We know one thing this is one thing that we all know about life. And there's not a soul in here that can disagree with what I'm going to say. If you put in hard work into anything, you are going to reap the fruits of that labor. Right or wrong? Let's keep it real. You put in the work, you will get the results. And it may your how would I say, your time may be shorter than someone else's. It may be longer than someone else's. That doesn't matter. You don't compare yourself to what someone else is doing. Whatever they're doing, that's them, because you don't know how much work they're putting in or not putting in. So my point is, just focus on yourself. Focus on yourself and don't worry about who's getting payouts around you. Don't worry about any of that. Don't let that be your gauging point of making you feel like, oh, I gotta do something extra because they getting payouts and I'm not. No, it's not your time. That's their journey. It's not yours. Keep that in mind. So, yep. And no question is a dumb question. Don't be embarrassed by no question. Ask the question. If you feel like you may be a little embarrassed with asking a question in the comment section, my DMs are always open. DM me on Discord. Everyone, don't DM me on YouTube. Don't DM me on my Instagram. Don't DM me on TikTok. Don't DM me on X. DM me on Discord. Because if there's something I need to share with you, it's easy for me to grab my resources and share that with you. So DM me there. If you got that question and you don't want anyone to see, that's cool. No big deal. It's cool. Just DM me. Ask me the question. Let's get it out. Let's make sure we get some type of understanding as to what's going on. Even if you're having a tough time with something, DM me. Don't sit there and be stuck, because you don't have to be. I just said my DMs are open. Period. Hit me a question. It's cool. Hit me a question. Give me a time to answer. Just know this. I'm real serious about what I do personally, especially when it comes to my health. I'm usually in bed by 8:30, but I'm up at 3 a.m. I ain't gonna say at 3 a.m. I'm up in the 3 o'clock hour. 3:20, between 3:20, 3:30, 3:40, 3:45, my body is waking up. I don't even use an alarm clock. But I'm in bed at 8:30. So at 8 o'clock, I shut it down. By 7:30, I'm off all screens. So if you hit me up, and I'm in LA, so just understand the time zone. I'm in LA. So I'm on Pacific Standard Time Zone. If you hit me up and I don't answer you at that moment, just give me a sec. I'm gonna double back. I ain't forgot you. Just know that. Like I said, 7:30, I'm usually off the screens. I get off screens at an hour before my bedtime. That's my ritual. That's something that I do. 8 o'clock, I'm getting ready for bed. 8:30, I'm in the bed, literally in the bed at 8:30. And I'm up at 3 something in the morning. I do my workout, do what I got to do. If I got time before stream, I usually jump on, answer with any questions I can, go through the chat, answer any questions in the chats, outside of my DMs, of course, and then there it is. So I will get back to you. All right. So with that stated, like I said, going back to the tip of the day, we're gonna jump on it and we're gonna leave it alone, and then we can get into I'll get into the he said dumpster fire. So back to the tip of the day. Remember, treat each trade as one of the next 100, not the most important trade of your life. You know what I'm saying? Just remember, just separate identity from results, but put in the work. All right. So we'll jump off there. I'm gonna get in the comment section. I will give this year's. Absolutely, Kara. Do that. Very important. Very, very important. And I know what to do, but trusting myself is difficult, but I'm working on it. That's what's up, Kara. And just ask the questions. Just ask the questions. Don't even worry about, don't put no label on them being embarrassing. Or just ask the questions. You got a question, just ask it. Don't put no label on it. Yeah, don't put no label on it, because when we put labels on things, then that'll hinder us from wanting to maybe say something. Or they're not embarrassing. Just ask your questions straight up. And anyone else, there's nothing stupid, dumb, regardless of what you may feel like, just ask the question. For real, for real. Going through, I need my village to trade with. I heard that, and dog. I need it more now than ever. Steel sharpens steel. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's not a sprint, but a well-managed marathon. For real, Blunt Machete. Facts. Nothing embarrassing. Yep. I'm glad you said that, V. Brewer. Nothing embarrassing about your question. That's real. Keep those questions coming. Because if I don't get a chance to answer it and you put in the community, somebody in the community is going to answer it. Serena's in there. A bunch of people are in here that know what they're doing. Somebody going to answer it. Chrissy, a bunch of people in here. The question's going to get answered. Straight up. T. Cool said, preach, brother. Break said, real talk, sir. Absolutely. C said, pause. That's what's up. I haven't joined in a circle and I don't plan to. It's nothing against nobody, but I got to get this on my own. I heard that. JR, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that either. There's nothing wrong with that. My village asks questions I don't think of. I heard that. That's why it's so important for all of us to ask questions, because you could be asking a question that can help someone else. Remember, there's other people in here too, so always think about that. Your question can help 4-5 other people. Your question can start a conversation that I need to be talking about. I may need to hear it. Seriously. Like, that's why I say keep the questions coming. One thing my grandmother always said, 2 heads are always better than 1. Facts. And in here we have a whole bunch of heads in here. So all these brains in here, please. We're gonna get to the bottom of it. That I can promise. Yep. Yeah, for real, Blunt Machete. For real, bro. I'm just trying to get everybody on point. I want everybody on point. That's the whole purpose of this community, right? And ain't nobody getting left behind. If you get left behind, it's because you didn't reach your hand out to me. Because you reach your hand out to me, I'm pulling you forward. I'm pulling you in front of me. And I'm going to push you forward. Like, go ahead. I'm going to pull you in front of me and push you forward. I'm right behind you, though. Like, go ahead. We're going that way. For real. T. Pruitt said, in trading, confidence comes from repetition and understanding, not from following someone else's buy and sell buttons. The goal is to become independent, not dependent. Facts. Facts. Let me open this up. Put it right there. In trading, confidence comes from repetition and understanding, not from following someone else's buy and sells button. The goal is to become an independent trader, not a dependent trader. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I got a call, y'all. Uh-oh. 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 Boom. All
Can
right.
you hear me?
So we have my brother in the building. And just want to give him a proper introduction. Got to do this again.
Seconds time's
And
the charm.
but yeah, well, welcome everybody to welcome our special guest to Trade Genius Live. His first time. I don't know how we'll call that. We'll figure that one out. But this is my brother, somebody that I truly look up to. He always inspired me. One of the most things that I appreciate about my brother is the fact that he saw something in me, being in his community, and he actually gave me the keys to his baby and was like, "Hey, bro, do what you're doing. I really love what you're doing." He reached out to me. He's like, "Continue doing what you're doing." And he blessed me, with being able to help the community move forward. And honestly, what he don't know what that did for me is, because I was just in there just helping him, just being Trent. But what that did for me is that actually, how would I say, gave me the confidence to let me know, hey, you're doing something good. You're on the right track. Your grandmother will be proud. Your grandparents will be proud. So I ain't gonna take too much time. We're gonna get into it. Without further ado, let's give a warm welcome to our fearless leader of the Inner Circle and the co-founder of the Edge Funder. So everybody, please drop some gems in here. I want to see a bunch of gems dropping. Y'all know Juvier gems, right? Let's get a bunch of gems dropping. And and we're gonna let our brother get in here. So welcome, my brother. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here for the first time.
Exactly, right? We got it.
How's everybody doing this beautiful morning? I know there's a little delay on it, so I already see some gems coming through. I'm excited for this.
I'm excited
This
too,
has been in
brother.
the works for
real.
a minute now, right, Trent?
It has. I've been trying to get my brother, but my brother, he's been busy, and I understand that. But we got him here. He's a very busy guy. Got a lot of stuff going on, and that's just shout out to how hard he works. So there it is. So well, let's get it going. Before we get into all things trading, just paint us a picture. Who are you? What does a typical day look like for you? Not only as our fearless leader of the Inner Circle, but also a co-founder of a prop firm.
Yeah. So first of all, my name is Josiah, or Juvier, as people online know me by. And honestly, a typical day for me looks like obviously waking up in the morning. I usually start off with my prayer, my meditation, reading my Bible, things of that sort. I'll do that for about an hour or so. Then I usually come on the charts. And how I like to start my days off is I'll back test for about 10, 15 minutes, sometimes 20 minutes, depending how much time I have after my workout. And I'll back test. I'll then look over the charts as they are right now. And then I'll kind of get ready for the live call that we have every morning inside the Inner Circle, whether I'm leading it or if one of the other coaches is leading it. I'll kind of just get ready for that, hop on it, do what I got to do, trade, make money, hop off of it. And then at that point, it turns full entrepreneur mode. So I have a lot of things going on, but when it comes to the Edge Fund, there's a lot of moving pieces that are part of it. Obviously, Scout Guy, which is the other co-founder of the Edge Funder, he also does a huge role in it as well. But there are things that I will have to do, whether on the back end side or just planning out marketing and things like that. And that's typically what a day looks like. And obviously I have a few other businesses that I have to work on, students I have to mentor, respond to, hop on calls with, meetings I have to hop on, interviews I have to hop. It's just a day full of stuff. Get into it, basically.
Bro, that's amazing in itself. The what got me is the meditating and reading the Bible. That right there is golden. So just think about it, y'all. Think about what he does every day, right? We know he's successful in trading. We know that. That's a no-brainer. But think about what he does every day. We talk about repetitive nature, right? So you're hearing it from someone who I would say he's putting in the work every day. He doesn't think that he has diamond hands because he has very successful in trading. He still puts in the work and does the same thing every day, and that's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah,
That's amazing, brother.
for
So look,
sure.
take us back to the beginning. What was the very first moment you heard about trading, and what made you think like, I want to do that. I want to do that.
Yeah, so it really all started. Always, it was really happenstance. So my dad has been into Bitcoin now. I forget what year, but essentially back in 2016, 2017 time, there was something called a fork that happened. Meaning, if you owned, let's say, 10 Bitcoin, you would also get the same amount of tokens as something called Bitcoin Gold. So if you own 10 Bitcoin, you also automatically got 10 Bitcoin Gold when this fork happened. Now, back in
Mm,
2017, crypto wasn't like it is right now. Meaning, like, you can't just go on Coinbase and buy stuff. You can't go on Robinhood and buy crypto. It was more so like the black market back in those stages. So it was very hard to figure out how he can claim that additional Bitcoin Gold. So he asked me to do it. So he said that he would pay me, I think, like 200, $300 or something like that. And at 16 years old, I feel like I would have been Bill Gates with that money. So I had to research it for a while. I think it took me maybe like a week or 2 weeks to figure out how to do it. I was just watching a whole bunch of YouTube videos, trying to figure it all out, trying to figure out how to work the dark web at that point.
right.
And I was able to successfully get him his Bitcoin Gold. So he was happy about it. I don't know if I ever got paid for it, but in the on site of that, when I had to do the research and all that, my whole YouTube algorithm changed. So before, it used to be like a lot of video games. I used to watch like Minecraft videos or just entertaining videos, like pickup line videos or like those little pranks and stuff like that. I'd watch those a lot, and that's usually what my YouTube algorithm showed. But after doing that deep dive into crypto, it's changed. Now it's about crypto and stocks and investing. Then there was a video that popped up. Right? It was like this old dude, and the video was how to make, I think, either like $200 or $300 a day with day trading. And I watched it, and I watched a bunch of his videos. It still sounded like Chinese to me, but it sparked my interest. That's essentially how I got started in trading.
Makes sense. Okay, okay, okay. Bro, that's when you think about it, that is wow. That was a segue. You didn't weren't even looking for that. That's a trip. That is a trip. It's funny how things like this always tend to find us, right? At least, like I say, trading found me. I didn't find it. It found me, and it's crazy how that happens. That's definitely an amazing, man. So
Yeah.
a lot of people, how would I say, they dabble in trading at some point, right? What made you decide to like really like go in and it not really be a hobby? Because I know when you first found it, it could have really became a hobby. Like, oh, this is cool. I can do this.
Yeah.
But what made you just be like, you know what? I'm going in. And let me say this, because I know you were doing, prior to that, you were already big on YouTube doing like reaction videos and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So what made you just say, you know what? This ain't no side hobby. I'm going full fledged into this.
Yeah. So kind of rewinding back. So I watched the videos by that old dude. It didn't make sense. I tried it out a little bit, kind of failed. So I kind of put it to the side for maybe like a year or so. And then I stumbled on another video, and this guy had made like 13K in one day. And by then I was starting to make decent money with YouTube. So I was starting maybe like 10K a month or something like that. Just like decent money with YouTube. But 13K in a day, I was like, oh, that's that would be amazing. So I got back into it, bought a bunch of courses and things like that, and I ended up actually losing like $60,000.
Oh wow.
And that, if I never lost that money, I probably wouldn't have stayed with trading. Reason being is because I'm a very, how do I put this in a nice way that doesn't make me look bad? I don't know. My ego is not one to get bruised, right? So my ego was hurt when I lost all that money, and I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna let the markets keep my $60,000. So I
I
just
bet.
wanted to make my money back, essentially. So I'm like, I can't put it into just a I can't this couldn't have been me trying out this hobby and burning $60,000. So I stuck with it. I had to make my $60,000 back, and that's what forced me to stay with it essentially. Because, like you said, a lot of people do jump in and out of it. I've quit trading like I don't even more times than I can probably count. But quitting trading lasts for about a day until the market opens the next day, and then you're right back in it.
That
But yeah,
is funny. You thought about quitting. I can't even believe that. Just me knowing you.
multiple times.
Really?
Yes, multiple. Trading is a hard skill. Even once you learn it, it still can be hard. You can go on a losing streak and you could think maybe the past 2 years were all luck. Maybe I'm not that good. Maybe I should just quit. Right. So it plays with your emotions a lot. But what do? You wake up the next day, you get back at it. That's what you
Facts.
have to do.
That's that's what I preach every day, brother. That's amazing. That's amazing. To even think like this is something new for me. For you to think that you even thought about quitting, that lets me know like, bro, you all of just like all of us. We all
Yes, I
just
am human.
exactly, you know what I mean? Like, but let me say this. Bro, seriously. And I ain't blowing no smoke. You know me, I don't kiss no
Yeah.
butt. I don't do none of that. Like seriously, bro, I always just felt like you were special. There's some people in the world that are just special. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Yeah.
how I looked at you. Because to do the things that you did at the age that you did them, you're very, very disciplined, bro. That shout out to you, to your
Appreciate that.
parents. Shout out to your upbringing because that's where discipline, a lot of that came from. I know it was. And then
Yeah.
also too, let's think about something. You have someone as young as you were with all of that bread. Come on, man. You could have been in the clubs popping bottles, doing all of,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like just realistically speaking. And that doesn't mean
Yeah.
that you're a bad person. No, it just means that,
I could have went down
society.
that route. Yeah.
Exactly. But you were totally the opposite. You're like your demeanor, everything is just so disciplined, bro. That's just amazing, man. Like I said,
Yeah, I
you
can tell you a little
go
kind
ahead.
of story about that. So I've never been a partier type of person, if I'm being honest. And I remember when I was like first started making good money, I called my dad. I think when I first maybe saw my first 100K inside my bank account,
Oh
I
wow.
called my dad and was like, "Yeah, I got $100,000 now," and it was just like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then I was like, I called him again. I was like, "I have $200,000 now, but I feel like, what's the point of me having all this money? Because I'm not into cars, I'm not into jewelry, I'm not into really nothing at all. The reason, really, when I got married, that's when I started spending more money. My wife is into all those things.
Nice.
But I never was into uh, spending money or even partying and things like that. So I think my personality did save me a bit because, like you said, I was young with a good amount of money, and I mean, I'm still young, but I
Right.
was younger
Yes.
with a good amount of money. It could have went completely different. I could have um, wasted a lot of my money instead of investing it and not setting myself up. But I mean, all more power to everybody that goes out and parties, enjoys their life, has
Right.
fun. That's just not me enjoying life, and that has just saved me time and money.
Bro, that makes so much sense. That makes so much sense. Wow. So
Yeah.
let's get into let's talk about your trading journey a little bit. So walk us through your early days because I know that it took you about 2 to 3 years to become profitable. So what were you trading? What was your style? And honestly, how bad were your losses? Your first losses?
So I mean, my first losses were that 60K essentially because that's when I
Right.
first started. Right, like I was back testing. I mean, not back testing. I was demo trading for like a week or 2 weeks,
Okay.
and I remember I was trading forex at the time because originally started in crypto. Just to answer that part of your question, I originally started trading crypto. Like it wasn't necessarily like day trading how you'll see people day trade futures right now, but I
Right.
would buy Ripple back in the day, and I would hold it for a day, sell it the next day. So it wasn't leverage, but I was day trading the crypto. But then I got into forex because I realized I could have more leverage. Now I was trading forex, and I remember I was on a demo account. And if you know anything about forex, you know lot sizes. Think of lot sizes as contract sizes. So I was opening up like 20 lot size trades on Nasdaq or gold or something like that, and on the demo account. and it was going up like 30K, 40K in a couple of seconds, but that's like using 50 contracts on
Right.
NQ. So it barely has to move for it to do that.
Right.
So when I would see it green 14,000, 20,000, I would close it really quickly. And me not knowing that I'm using extremely large contract sizes, I just thought I was the best trader in the world. I was like, I am a natural. This is the easiest money I've ever made in my entire life. So that's what prompted me to put so much money in the live account at first and caused me to lose that 60K.
Gotcha.
So after that, though, I really reeled it back a lot. Like I was back on the demo account for a long time. I want to say 4 or 5 months after that, after I lost the 60K.
Okay.
Because I really just wanted to focus on learning the skill at that point, because I had done so bad at rushing into trying to make money or trying to think that I knew the skill enough to make money. And this is why I try and teach people so much on my YouTube videos in the inner circle. Like, just focus on learning the skill. Once you learn the skill, making money is easy. Like, I send out trades in the inner circle, and you'll see some people, they took the same trade as me, and they'll post their profits. They made like $500, $600, and that's great. But the same trade, I made 17,000, 18,000. And the only difference, we took the same trade. The only difference is I just opened up a bigger position. So I say this to say, making money trading is easy. Learning how to trade is the part that you need to focus on. Once you learn how to trade, the money part and making more money is the easiest part. It's just changing numbers when you're entering into the trade. So I reeled it back. I just focused on essentially just learning the skill, perfecting one strategy. Now, I wasn't perfecting one strategy at that point. I think I was trading maybe 3 different strategies. I really liked breakout trading, because you asked me what type of trades I was taking. Right. So back when I was first starting off, I always liked taking breakout trades. Even if you look at my early reels on Instagram or YouTube, they're all breakouts of like market open or some high volume event, or just breakouts, period. I just love trading breakouts, whether it's trend line breakouts, regular support or resistance breakouts. I would always take those type of trades. And realistically, those worked for a little bit. It was a little bit inconsistent. When I really started seeing success is when I started trading support or resistance. Simple support or resistance with added confluences on the top of it, where I would knew when to enter and when not to enter. And that's kind of the strategy that you see me trade most of the time on my YouTube now. I've traded it essentially the same way since I first started becoming profitable. I've made some few changes to it, but that's why I love that strategy so much, is because that's what allowed me to actually become profitable consistently, or more profitable. Because I was making money with breakouts, but it was fluctuating way too much. Because if the market isn't trending, you're not making money with breakouts at all. Absolutely. But with support or resistance, you can make money if it's trending, if it's consolidating, and all that stuff. So yeah.
That is your bread and butter. I would definitely say that. So let's see here. Were there any mentors, books, or communities that maybe seriously impacted how or what developed you as a trader?
Yeah, so for sure. When I told you after I watched the old guy's videos and I stopped and I watched this other guy's, I ended up buying his course. I have said this for the longest time. If you rewind back to like 2024 time, I've probably bought every single person's course that's in the trading space. Like all the influencers that was popping from 2024 and before, I've had their course, I've went through their course. I was big on thinking that the more information I had, the better I'd be at trading. Now, I think it plateaus. You can only have so much information before you start the implementation that helps you to actually be consistent. Great. Like I'm still a student of the game. I still watch trading YouTube videos all the time, strategy videos all the time. I'm still back testing, but I realized that I was overanalyzing it and trying to learn too much versus trying to do more, as in practicing more.
Right.
So I bought every single person's course. I've been in basically every community at this point. So I've learned from a lot of people, and all of them essentially have shaped, at least, even if it's a small percentage, of how I trade now or how I think about the markets now. So yeah, and then obviously just so much time spent on the charts has just molded me into the type of trader that I am right now.
And you still backtest like crazy. I want everyone to you heard what he said, right? He said, I'm still a student of the game. Yeah, I heard that, right? Now, backtesting.
Yeah. I mean, for me, backtesting it has always been fun. Like I've said this so many times. Like I'll put some music on, I'll put my headphones on, and I would just backtest. It's like a video game. Like if you like get into your motion and your flow, they talk about flow state now. If you just do that and put some music on, to me, backtesting is like a video game. So that's why when I first started off trading, it was easy for me to backtest freaking 10, 11 hours a day because to me it was just fun and I was learning a skill that I wanted to learn either way.
Man, that's amazing. I remember one post you put out. I want to say, I think it was my first year in the inner circle was 2024, and the post was something like, it was in the announcement section. You was like, I just got done. It was a Monday. No, I don't remember what, but I remember you was like, I just got done back testing for like 6 hours. Don't let me outwork you. When I saw
Yeah.
that, I was like, wow, dude, he put in 6 hours of back testing like straight, not in 2 days, in 1 day. In 6 hours, he did back testing. I mean,
Yeah.
it don't
I mean, it's
get
fun
no
for me.
more, you know what I'm saying, better than that.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Let's talk about some moments when things started actually to work. Like what changed? Was it your strategy? Was it your mindset, your risk management, or even all three?
I would say the main thing, because for me, the risk management part was a little bit easier, was the easier part, I would say, because I was, I'd already lost so much money in the beginning parts. So I was okay with just like, let me just get good now. Like once I'd switch that mindset to just be like, I want to just get good. I don't want to make money. I was okay trading and making $100 a trade or something like that. Like I wasn't trying to make big money. The main thing that switched for me though is kind of the two first ones that you had said, but combined. So I call it when I had structure in the way that I traded, meaning my strategy was the same exact way. I didn't, if I, it wasn't that I was looking for specific things to happen and making assumptions at that point. It was if this happened, I do this action. So it became systematic. It was if price touches here and does this, I enter. There's no thinking when it comes to it. So I didn't even have to worry about my mindset for the most part because it was
Absolutely.
just a system. Same way you don't have to worry about your mindset when you're sitting down and turning on your camera. Like it's just something you do, right? It's just an action at that point that's
Totally agree.
triggered by another action. So
Absolutely.
that's the realistic thing that helped me start being consistent. I say this all the time. People want to be consistently profitable, but in order to be consistently profitable, you need to have consistency in the way that you trade. So you need to have structure in your strategy. You need to have structure in your risk management. You need to, and that's why I preach so much about having a trading plan and a system. Once you can have a trading plan and a system and you have a single ounce of discipline to hold yourself to that system, to just keep repeating that system, you can start making money trading. No matter if you're a beginner or experienced, like the part that takes people the longest to get to is just getting to that structure to follow. But if you're someone who can catch on really quick and create that structure, you can become profitable extremely fast. I've had people that have been able to start getting payouts in a month after learning how to trade, 2 months after learning how to trade. When in reality, it took me a very long time because it took me long to realize the thing that was holding me back was I kept changing. I kept having new things that I was trading. I kept switching strategies and things like that.
Strategy hop, one of our biggest killers for newbies, right? Just strategy hopping. That's
For sure.
when you don't put in the time to back test and you don't understand the strategy, you don't demo trade, that definitely will be a segue into, how would I say, strategy hopping. Wow.
For sure. Because you don't have confidence in your strategy. So, of course, you're going to switch.
Absolutely. Makes so much sense. Makes so much sense. Um, let's see here. God, you answered like a lot of my questions in one question, so that's pretty cool. So, okay. How did you know when you truly had an edge and it wasn't anymore like a stream of luck?
That's actually a great question. I've never been asked that before. If I had to, if I had to put it into words, possibly, it was a mixture of, it might be a mixture of two things. So backtesting does give you confidence in your strategy, but I'm sure a lot of you guys watching or you trying yourself, you'll backtest a strategy and then it performs completely different in the live markets. So backtesting can only get you so much confidence, no matter if you. Sorry, my house alarm is going off. Backtesting will only give you so much confidence in your strategy, but getting reps in the live markets is really what solidifies that confidence in your strategy. So it has to be a mixture of both. Like you can backtest 1,000 trades of your strategy, but if you've never traded it in the live markets, you never know if it will actually work. For example, I think maybe 2 years ago, I was back testing a new strategy out. And I was telling the inner circle, or maybe 3 years ago, but I was telling the inner circle about it. And I was like, yeah, I found this new strategy. I think it's amazing. And that's why I have like so many different levels before I approve a new strategy, because you have to test on the live markets as well. But I'm like, the back testing is going amazing, but I have to test on the live markets. Back testing, it was the best strategy in the entire world. Live markets didn't work at all, because with the live markets, and there'll be certain things that changes, but with this specific strategy, because of the live markets, it moves way too fast for your orders to even get filled. So the strategy didn't even work correctly. So that's why it's important as well to get that confidence from actually trading it in the live markets. Now, again, it's a super hard question to answer, going back to your original question, as far as when did I know I had an edge versus it was a stream of luck. I think one day you kind of just look back and you realize, dang, I kind of been lucky for a year. So it's like, yeah, yeah. I think that's probably the best way to describe it.
You're like, man, I keep winning. I just constantly, I'm just profitable upon profitable upon profitable. That's
Yeah.
fire, brother. That's super fire. That's super fire. That is super fire.
Yeah.
All right, okay, let's pivot to the inner circle. So what got in what was going on in your mind whenever you thought about starting the inner circle? And what did you, how would I say, what did you think you would get from it? And what was your outlook on it? Meaning, was your outlook where we are now, or did you think something entirely different?
So I got into my inner circle before. I had another community that was just like, I just sold education at that point, and it was a Discord, but it wasn't not nearly as built up as the inner circle is right now. What I wanted to do was build something that had all the resources that I wish that I had when I first started off. And not even just all the ones I wish I had when I first started off, but as I mentioned before, I bought everybody's course. I bought everybody's community. So I saw what I liked in other people's courses, other people's communities, other people's teachings. And there was always parts missing out of certain people's that I got from other people's. So I just wanted to build it all into kind of one space. That's what was the vision behind the inner circle. It's grown into something very much bigger than I thought it would be when I first started off. Obviously, like right now we have what, 4 coaches in there. We have the training psychologist. We have just kind of a lot in there right now. It's a lot more structured than I originally had planned, but it's just kind of grown and built from there. But I've always enjoyed teaching people how to trade. Reason being is I think everybody should at least learn it, even if everybody isn't a full-time trader. And that's why I make the YouTube videos as well. Even for people that don't pay to get in like any type of courses or community, I still think everybody should at least learn the skill at base level. Because even if you're not day trading, learning how to, or when you can buy a stock at the right time, for example, or buy a crypto coin at the right time, like that's such a valuable skill versus just buying it whenever. Like if you just know basics of technical analysis, like basics of drawing a support and resistance, you can wait for Tesla to pull back to $120 a share before you enter versus buying at all-time highs. Like you just learn small things that can help you out so much on just a regular life type of investment. Like almost every single person in the world will end up investing in a stock at one point in their life. So if you can just learn a better way to get in at a better time, I think that's extremely valuable. And that's why I kind of teach to everybody, even if you don't come on here to be a full-time day trader and trade the markets every single day. Still just having that skill in your back pocket to be able to utilize if time or if necessary, I should say.
Nice. Makes so much sense. Makes so much sense. I mean, there's so many of us are so happy that the inner circle is here. Because like you didn't have an inner circle, you didn't have a Juvier, so to speak, right? You didn't have all the coaches. You didn't have a scalp guy. You didn't have a Euphoria. You didn't have a Lazy. You didn't have a Canary. Shout out to my sister. So that's just amazing, man. And it's funny how you said you started something, didn't really know where it was going to go, and then look like what it morphed into, which always goes to the testament of me always saying, like, it's always in God's plan, man. All of this stuff was all written. None happens by coincidence, and it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful, like for real. So let's pivot to prop firms. So at what point did the idea of starting a prop firm enter your mind?
So it's actually a really a pretty funny story. So I've always traded live money, live funds, right? Absolutely. I've never been huge on prop firms, earlier stages, and I would get approached by people because obviously I have a pretty big following on YouTube and things like that. So I get approached by people to promote their prop firms, or even approached by people to build my own prop firm. And I've always said no because I was never really in the prop firm space. I never really I was just always into trading my live money. And I think realistically for everybody, I still kind of lead people. Yes, use prop firms, but use them to fund your live account. The goal is to be on your own money and use your own money. So how it came about is, like I said, I've been approached so many times to start a prop firm, but then Scalp had approached me about it, and he was like, we should start a prop firm. And for some reason, this time I listened. I don't know why for this time. I think it was further on in the game. I started actually liking prop firms more. Now I used them a little bit at that point, but I was still mainly trading my live money. But I was more open to prop firms, and I saw the benefit that it had for other people, because obviously in my position, I have had money like from YouTube, so I could fund my own live account. But I realized so many other people don't have that much money, and prop firms are a cheat code to be able to access that type of capital. And obviously I had the inner circle open for a while, and I had been teaching people for a long time, and I've run into the same issues that people would come to me about, where it's like they bought the prop firm and either they were able to pass the eval stage, but they weren't able to get a payout when they got past it, or they got a payout, but the prop firm wouldn't pay them out, or just a bunch of issues when it came to prop firms that I personally didn't like, but I wasn't in that position or have that mindset to be like, you know what, I'm going to go out there and fix it. I'm going to go and make my own prop firm and do it. It was only until Scalp had approached me about it, and we talked about it for, I think, like 2 or 3 hours or something. He was, I guess, pitching me on the idea. And then, we ended up doing it. And I think it's been amazing since, because it gives me the flexibility, or us the flexibility, to be able to kind of combat the usual downfalls that you can see in some prop firms. I'm not saying all prop firms are bad or scammy. It's just we have the opportunity now to ensure that the people that we have on the Edge Funder can have an experience we want them to have, meaning actually paying people out.
Right.
Not having to worry about evaluation stages. Just the things that I used to get a lot of complaints about, or I didn't like about the prop industry, we were able to have the flexibility to offer to other people.
That's fire.
Yeah.
And I mean, think about it. Scalp pitching you, like, I know my big brother. I could imagine how that conversation went. He always gonna come up with, because one thing about that brother has always has great ideas. Like when he comes up with something.
He does have a lot of. He has a lot of ideas. I don't know if they're all great ideas. He has a good amount of great ideas, but he does have a lot of ideas. Well, actually, just I guess a sneak peek. He's actually 2 ideas that he had for some new accounts we'll be having coming out that we're pretty excited about. Those are both his ideas, and something else that I think will be extremely beneficial to everybody in the prop space was his idea as well. So he does have great ideas. Some ideas are not great, but a lot of them, a good amount of them, I can say, will be great.
That's what's up, for real. So what was, because I know that, well, at least I think it would be. So what was the scariest part going from being a trader to becoming like a business owner in the trading space, and not in a circle, but more over the prop firm? Because those are two very different skill sets.
For sure, definitely. So the biggest thing, the kind of thing that I always wanted to stay away from, but it's something that I feel like we have a lot of control over now, is you hear so many times about these prop firms going out of business or not paying people out and just creating a bad name for the prop firm itself. And if I'm attached to the prop firm, I've spent 10 years building my personal brand. I've spent 10 years building up my who I am, Juvier, the name Juvier, what people think of when they think Juvier. So if I were to build a prop firm and it wasn't able to be sustainable to the point where we would have to shut it down and people wouldn't get paid out or people would be mad, that all tarnishes my name and the name that I've built for the last 10 years or so. So that was the scariest part. And this is kind of what I was telling Scalp a lot in the beginning. I was like, no matter what we do, we have to make it sustainable so that it will be able to pay people out all the time, right? Like I would come out of my own pocket to make sure people are paid out to protect my personal brand.
Absolutely.
That was the scariest part, essentially, was making sure that it was up to the standard that I'd want to have attached to my name and my brand.
Absolutely. I'm sure that had to have been a little scary moment. I mean, it's human nature, like you said. 10 years of building up something, you don't want to tear it down in just a couple of months. Like that's crazy. But no, I get that. That is wow. So
Yeah.
I know the answer. Well, I have my own answer to this question. But what made you feel like you and Scalp would be great partners at doing this? Like what made you feel he was the right person?
Yeah.
Even though I know he pitched the idea, but you still had to have, you know what I'm saying?
I've been pitched by a lot of people. I understand your question. So a few things. So my wife is a very good judge of character, number one, and she felt very comfortable about it. Like I'm more so give people the benefit of the doubt type of person, but she's more so like, no, that person's horrible, or no, that is they don't have good intentions and stuff like that. So she approved of it, which was a huge plus for me on that side. But then on the other side of it, we both have two different strengths. Like for me, he's very technical. He's very behind the scenes as far as being able to, like, the platform, the flow, like all that stuff. That is him. I have nothing to do with that. Absolutely. I'm very good at business, right? I'm very good at marketing. I'm very good at positioning so that people understand the value and can see the value. So the fact that we both don't share the same strengths or share the same weaknesses, that was a huge benefit for me personally. And then also just knowing, like, there's so many things that we have going on behind the scenes that he has forefronted, and just his ambition that he has with the company itself was just something that I just knew would happen. So just somebody that would push it further than even I would have thought, or push it out in different ways that I would have never even thought.
Gotcha.
Somebody that I knew I wouldn't have to motivate, essentially, because I have had businesses before that I've had to leave where I had to motivate the other person to work. I had to motivate the other person to do the job that they are supposed to do, or the role that they're supposed to do. Yeah. So that's just a few things. Obviously, praying about it and stuff like that as well was huge, but those are more tangible things that more people would understand.
Absolutely. That's what's up, man. Shout out to my big brother Scalp God, man, for real. Like I
hope
said,
he's not in here.
I
I've
knew the
given him
answer
too
to
many
that.
flowers.
Huh?
I said, I hope he's not in here. I've given him too many flowers this week.
But yeah, man, that's one thing about that brother, man. That, like I said, shout out to Scalp God, man. That brother, he inspires me, man. This everything that he does, everything that, like, he shares a lot of stuff with me, and it's like how would I say, he keeps me knowing that I got to keep my feet on the ground running. You know what I mean? Like I can't just be standing still. You know what I mean? So that's a testament to your answer. You know what I mean? Like he's on it, man. And I love that. I love that about him. Like he gives up so much game. It's crazy.
Yeah. And another part that I didn't even mention. So again, I was never huge in the prop firm space, but he has rip through prop firms. Like he knows every prop firm. He gets payouts from every prop firm. He's
Facts.
gotten banned from some prop firms
Facts.
for just making too much money from them.
Facts.
So he knows the prop firm game inside and out as well. And
Yes.
that wasn't something that I could say I knew not nearly as much as he did. So that was another huge benefit as well.
Yeah, that's definitely very true. And his IT background is impeccable. You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
can't. That's how he and I connected. We both have the same IT background. Not the same. We have IT backgrounds in different spaces, but yeah, he's definitely a beast with that. I can see that marriage, meaning you with the marketing, with the business side. Not that he doesn't have any business side, because he definitely has a lot of business acumen, but also too, like you said, the back office, the ins and outs, all the platform stuff, all the IT stuff, like that is truly a good marriage. I can definitely see that, and it makes so much sense. So much
Yeah.
sense. So let me ask you this. What does success look like for a trader at the hedge funder? What does success look like for them?
Yeah.
And I
So
mean, not just because it ain't an eval, so we can't say passing an eval. I mean, like,
yeah.
like what do you think a success? How would a trader? Let me say it this way: how would a trader find success using using the hedge funder?
Yeah. So actually a really good question, and one that we've kind of formulated. So the type of accounts we have, they force traders to be consistent traders
Absolutely.
versus trying to be lottery ticket traders. Meaning you can't come on here and try and make $300,000 in one trade. Same way you're not able to do that on your live account. If the rules that we have just essentially force you to be or help you become just consistent in the way that you trade and consistent in the payouts that you can get. So a successful trader on the edge funder, in my eyes, is a person that is able to not just get payouts, but when we have our traders and they get payouts and they're also able to replicate the same way they're trading on the edge funder on their then live account, that's a huge benefit. Because not only did they learn the consistency from the edge funder and train the edge funder account, they were able to get paid while they were learning it, and they sharpen their skills that allows them to just become a better trader overall just by trading, right? So that's in my eyes what a successful trader is with the edge funder.
Facts. Facts. I hope you guys are hearing that. So I always tell everyone consistency rules are not bad. I first started trading with Apex, and that was in 2024. That was before, I'm sure before TF was even an idea. And everyone complained about their rules, but because I was a newbie and I was green to the space, I didn't know there was Take Profit Trader. I didn't know there was Top Step. I didn't know there was my big brother Scalp turned me on to that. I went with Apex, and I never felt like the rules were, too astringent, so to speak. You know what I mean? And I can honestly say, to a testament to what you just stated, those rules made me a consistent trader. They made me more disciplined than I was, because I was not disciplined at all, and that helped hone me. So everyone that's listening, understand that the rules are not there to make you stumble. They're there to hone you. They're there to sharpen your trading skill. They're there to make you better. So understand that, because I see sometimes a lot of complaints, like in the chat. We always see this all the time. It's like, I can only make 300 in my 50K account, or whatever it is. Yeah, that's all you can make. It's a consistency rule. It's a rule you have to follow. And I think that I'm glad you made that point, because a lot of us traders, especially ones on the call, and even anyone who may be listening to this as a recording, like, you need those rules. Those rules help you. Your psychology is way more important. Those rules are there to make you focus on being a process-driven trader and not a profit-driven trader. So just understand that. They're not there to stumble you up. This ain't no scam thing. This is what's going to make you great at the end of the day. And I just hope that everyone can just understand that.
Yeah, and that circles back to what you had asked me before, and the answer I gave as far as what allowed me to kind of get profitable was having that system, having that structure in the way that you trade. And that was one of the huge benefits when I told you I started coming around to actually prop firms and thinking they were beneficial. That was one of the biggest benefits I saw in prop firms, is that they force people to be structured in a way that will allow for them to be able to copy that onto the way that they trade their live accounts.
Man, that's beautiful. That's one thing that's one thing that I think that makes TF stand out, is that you have a prop firm that was designed by traders for traders versus someone that's just trying to get in the business, just be a business side of a prop firm. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Just to make bread. You know what I mean? And I think that helped us immensely, more than anyone could even think, because I know everyone's mind is thinking other things, but that's just what I see, and that's how I always felt like TF was going to be great. Yeah. So what's one thing that you wish you had told somebody about trading when you first? Oh well, let me say this. What's one thing you wish someone would have told you about trading when you first started that would have saved you, that at least that you think would have saved you like some years or some time of struggle? What would that one thing be that you wish someone would have told you? Like, hey
If I had
man,
to
do
choose,
X, Y, Z, or
yeah.
don't do this.
If I had to choose one, it would probably be just trade one strategy.
Gotcha.
Don't strategy hop. For
Gotcha.
me, that was my biggest issue. People ask me kind of what was my thing. Like you have some people where they move their stop losses, or you have some people where they over leverage and things like that. I did the over leveraging in my first round of losing to 60K.
Right.
But after that, my biggest thing was always switching strategies. Like I would lose 2 times in a row and I thought my strategy was broken. So then I would switch. And the analogy I like to give people is imagine, or the scenario I like to give people is imagine you've spent 5 years playing basketball. You practice every day, you put your whole heart into playing basketball, and then you have 3 bad games in a row where you miss all of your shots in a row, right? And you're like, okay, basketball is not for me. You could have been playing great for 5 years, but you had 3 bad games in a row, and you're like, okay, basketball is not for me. Like, let's imagine that you're the Spurs, right? And you blew a 20-point lead multiple times. If you as a Spurs player go and say, okay, basketball isn't for me, let me go and try and learn tennis. You go to tennis, you practice for 5 years, you're good, then you have 5 bad games in a row, and you're like, okay, tennis isn't for me.
Wow.
Every single year, you're throwing away all of the knowledge and the effort that you put into that previous sport or that previous strategy.
That part.
Instead of trying to figure out, why did I have 3 bad games? Why did I have 5 bad tennis games? Right? Instead of putting the time to figure that out, you then spend 3-4 years trying to get good at another sport. So that's what I would wish somebody would have told me, is like, stick to one strategy. When you have a losing streak, it's okay. Losing streaks are a part of the game. It's something that happens. Even to this day, I'll have losing streaks. But when you have a losing streak, that does not mean your strategy is broken. That does not mean you need to go find a new strategy. When you go on YouTube, put blinders on. If you see a person, and I know I could be hypocritical, but if you see a person post a strategy video, don't watch it, because you will get you, unless you're still in the early stages,
Right.
or if you trade that strategy yourself, don't watch it, because you don't want to get that shiny object syndrome.
Absolutely.
And learn that, or try and learn that one, and throw your other one to the side.
This makes so much sense. Makes so much sense. Y'all heard that, right? Y'all heard that. Makes so much sense. So much sense. So much sense. All right. So where do you see proprietary trading in the prop firm model heading into the next 5 to 10 years? Just in general, not necessarily TF, but just in the prop firm space. Like, what do you see in the next 5 to 10 years? Like, where is it heading? What do you think? What give us what's going on in that Juvier gem head of yours?
Yeah, so I see it a little bit more, and this is part of kind of what we're doing with the Edge Funder, what we're going to be coming out with the Edge Funder. I think prop firms will transfer more into educating people more versus just giving them capital. Because right now, majority of prop firms just give capital. Like with the Edge Funder, we give people the course. We have the free course that we give out to people to educate them and help them become better. But I think doubling down on that is where I see a lot of prop firms going towards, being able to implement the information, not just giving them the capital, but educating them on how to correctly trade the capital and how to correctly scale with the capital. So that's how I assume that it will be, or will pivot in the next 5 to 10 years, hopefully becoming a lot more mainstream in the way that people use them, a lot more structured in the way that people use them, versus a lot of people kind of coming on prop firms thinking that it's a lottery ticket and trying to hit the lotto. But yeah, if I had to give a shot into the next 5-10 years, that's what I would assume.
I think that makes a lot of sense, because usually, well, before it was like, Yeah, buy these accounts. Here you go. Good luck.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
No doubt. Makes a lot of sense. Okay. Last one in this space. What does the firm mean to you personally beyond just the business side of it? Like, what does it mean to you?
Yeah, again, so it was similar to how I talked about earlier, where it allows me to be able to formulate, I guess, my own type of, or our own types of traders, meaning we have certain rules put in place that make people structured in the way that they trade this type of way. And for me, trading this type of way with these type of rules set for yourself are is how you're able to become consistently profitable. If people really think about it, the way the hedge fund rules are set up, if you watch any of my videos on how to create a trading plan and how to create trading rules, it's set up in the way where it's forcing you to have that, forcing you to have this
Absolutely.
specific type of trading plan or this specific type of trading rules. So I think it was super beneficial for me to be able to create something like that where even if they come on the edge funder, they make money, then they don't want to trade the edge funder anymore, it still taught them some type of consistency, right? It
Absolutely.
still taught them some type of structure that they can then take onto their live account, or if they go to another prop firm account, but hopefully going onto their live account at that point, that they're able to take and just have with them.
Absolutely. That makes so much sense. That makes so much sense. All right. I got a question. Just something that I'd always thought about, and I never asked you. That's something I could ask you on the side, but I was like, hey, I got him here. I'll ask him. Out of all the people in the community that you could have reached out to be trainer, guide, whatever, moderator in the community, what made you reach out to me? That always just made, even
Yeah,
though I know that I help people, I know I have that in me, but what made you reach out to me?
you were already doing the role. You were already doing it without any type of recognition, without any type of
Wow.
leadership role or anything. You were just doing it because it's something you love doing. Even when we have the calls, or not calls, even when we have the meetups in person, like the most recent one, just how you operate as a person, it is just like 100% fitting.
Man,
So it was
appreciate that.
never, it was more so just like nothing changed from when I made it official, like you being a guide versus before. I just wanted to be able to make it legit for you and be able
Appreciate
to
that, brother.
compensate or just help or whatever way for you personally, because you were already doing it and you were still doing the same exact thing you were doing before. It was just more so I didn't choose you, you chose yourself, and I just gave
Hey,
you essentially just the
hey,
platform at that point,
hey,
to be
hey.
able to do it. You just have that type of spirit, and it's I think it's a blessing.
Thank you, man. That shout out to my grandparents, as I always say. Without my grandparents, I don't know what kind of person I'd be. I don't know. Can't say I would. I'm not gonna say I would be a bad person, of course, or maybe not have some of these skills or ideologies. But I do. I give it to them, man. I
Yeah.
always give that testament to them. They've always been the ones to instill that stuff in me. Even as a little boy, they say if they used to tell me stuff. I'm telling you, I was like preteen. They would tell me stuff like, if you see somebody and they're hungry, you feed them. And I'm like 11, and I'm like, what?
I don't got no food.
What? You feeding me? Like, I don't even have a job. Like, what are you talking about? But these are the things that that they would tell me all the time. But yeah, man, you know what? I appreciate that, brother. Like that. That even opened my eyes up to something different. Like you said, I chose me. Wow,
Yeah.
that's deep. That's really
Yeah.
deep.
And like so many people, even beforehand, were just bragging about you. Like before I even brought you on as officially, so
Didn't
many
even
people
know
would
that.
reach out to me and just be like, "Yeah, Trend is just amazing." Like they'll reach out to me, they'll reach out to other people on my team. They'd be like, "Yeah, Trend is super helpful." Like they would name your name, so you stood out automatically. So obviously
Wow,
you were just doing
wow,
very
wow.
good.
Shout out to
Like I
my
said, you showed
grandparents.
yourself.
Yeah, bro. Shout out to my grandparents. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. All right, we're
Yeah,
gonna let's take a couple of questions from the community, and then what? Can we give out some free accounts?
let's do it.
Okay. Hey, 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 hey. Um, all right. Let's see here. Let's see here. I'm gonna let you can scroll through. Can you see? You can see in the comment section, right?
Yeah, I can see it.
Can you scroll? You can scroll through it, right?
Yeah. So
Um, you
I
want to
see
pick
one
one?
question here. Yeah. How
Which
is
one?
AI? Because I get this question a lot. How is AI impacting the trade industry?
There we
Do you
go.
foresee AI delivering an advantage in day trading?
I'm gonna put it up on screen. It's right here.
I think later down the line, for sure. Right now, I don't think it's at that point. Like you'll hear a lot of influencers and stuff, and I don't want to talk bad about any influencers or whatever,
Right,
but you'll
right,
hear
right,
about
right.
them talk about like these AI trading bots and they make them all this money. I've personally, and I've been in this space for a very long time, I've never seen a bot consistently make money for more than 3 months. And that's
Mm,
3 months of stretching because the
mm,
market shifts, the bot breaks, and it ends up losing. Like it'll do great for 3 months, but then it'll absolutely lose all of your money on that third or fourth month.
mm.
So with AI backing it right now, I still don't think it's at the point yet. Obviously, I think it will get to the point because AI is just an unstoppable force that will continue to grow and evolve. I think there will be a lot of regulation around AI trading the markets, especially in like regulated markets like the options or futures market or stock market itself, because they don't just want it to turn into a bunch of bots trading against a bunch of bots.
Makes sense.
Because somebody needs to be exit liquidity, somebody needs to lose to in order to win. If all
Right.
bots are just trading the same, nobody loses or wins. But as of right now, I don't see it impacting the trade industry at all in the near future, as far as this year, maybe next year. Now, if it could be delivering an advantage, for sure, it does already right now. Like it depends what you consider an advantage. If you think an advantage is being able to screenshot all your trades, send it into AI, and it tells you what mistakes you're making or what more efficiencies you could start implementing, sure, that's a huge benefit. That's something that I've done a few times as well, where I just give it my trading journal and let it give me feedback on it. But as far as like you screenshotting your chart and saying, should I buy or sell? I don't know if we're there yet.
Right.
Again, maybe in the future we will be.
Right. Makes sense. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see here. All right, here's one. I think this is a good one. And this gentleman right here is always on point. Matter of fact, before you answer this question, I want to give you a little backstory on this guy right here. Bodovan. He's from Ukraine, Juvier. Check this out.
Okay. This
dude to be on live stream with me, bro. Shout out to Bodovan. I got so much love and graciousness for this guy. Listen to this, bro. Kind of almost makes me tear up a little bit, man. It's deep. This brother right here would be on live stream and he would be like, hey, man, alarms going off. Drones are nearby. He lives in Ukraine. So he's dealing with the Ukraine-Russia war, right?
Yeah.
He would get his son, get his family. They would go to a bunker, hide out for a little bit. Then he would jump back on stream and be like, yeah, man, everything's cool. We're safe. Everything's good. Bro, he don't even know, bro. They used to tear me up. I was like, wow.
Dang.
Like, yeah, bro. And I tell people, like, all this complaining that a lot of us do, like, you have to think about something. Like, there's some people out there that got it way, way different than you have it. You know what I mean? And this brother right here, like, I got a lot of love for this guy right here. I hope one day I can meet him in person, man. But just for him to say that, honestly, when I would get off stream, I would just walk around and just be like, man, you know what I mean? That's rough. That's really, really rough. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Bodovan, man. For real, for real. Good dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Really, really good dude, man.
I think we might sometimes forget how blessed of a position we could be in.
Absolutely.
Especially when we take the whole world into account and everything that's going on in the world every single day.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I'm glad you're all good. How do you say it? Bodovan?
Bodovan. Like Donovan, but Bodovan.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So his questions are there any plans for TEF to offer alternative payout options like PayPal or ACH?
So right now, that's not really on our forefront of our mind. We have had a few people exit, so we might bring it higher up on the to-do list.
Right.
But that's not at the forefront of our mind currently right now. We're kind of just focusing more so on providing better plans for people and cooler opportunities and features. But that is something we could bring further up on the line to try and offer like PayPal or ACH.
Absolutely.
Or even, I think they have Wise as well that we could use.
That's right. They got Wise. Right. Absolutely. Let's see here. So I'm going to let you scroll through and I'll let you find the last question. We'll take that was 3 questions. Let you scroll through and see what you find. I told them for the past couple of days, like, make sure you curate something good. So you can have if there's a good question that you put up, I'll let my brother find it and he'll answer it and we'll go from there. And something that wasn't redundant to what you already, may have answered. So
yeah. So there's a question here. As a full-time trader, I'm looking to diversify my income behind trading. What business opportunities or investment strategies would you recommend for building additional long-term income?
Who's it by, my brother? Who's the
T.
person?
Pruitt.
Oh, T. Pruitt. My brother,
Yeah.
T. Pruitt. Shout out to T. Pruitt, man.
The GOAT himself.
Right. T. Pruitt, that's my guy.
So I'll wait for you to put on the screen so people can see it. But so I say this very often. Trading for me should never be the end all be all for anybody. Yes, you can make a lot of money with it. Yes, you can. It is a great way to make money, but there's always other ways you can make money, and trading is a great tool to be able to fund those other ways. At the end of the day, even though trading takes maybe 30, 45 minutes a day, it still is an active source of income. You still have to do something. Diversifying into more passive types of income and using your trading to diversify into other passive types of income that'll pay you when you're sleeping, pay you when you're on vacation, pay you when you're chilling with your family. That is the goal. So he asks, what are some other incomes to diversify into or business opportunities? It really depends on the person itself. All I would say to answer this question and open up everybody's eyes is once you do start making money with trading, don't just go buy a Lamborghini or a Bugatti or something like that. Use it to fund either that business that you always wanted to start, or even if you do something as simple as buying and putting money into the S&P 500 and just holding it there and letting compound interest do its job, or putting it into real estate. So for me personally, what I do, my trading money has for a very long time just funded my real estate portfolio and my stock, well, my investment portfolio of just like stocks, options, things like that. So that is what I would always recommend to everybody. Don't look at trading as the end all be all. Look at it as a great way to change your life right now and a great way to fund your future life with other businesses, other investment opportunities.
Wow. Great. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. I mean, y'all heard that, right, y'all? Y'all heard that. T. Pruitt, that was a great question too, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can't answer your question specifically as far as go and start this business or go and invest in this specific thing, because I don't know your strengths. I don't know your passions. I don't know any of that. So that would be the best answer I can give as far as that.
That was a remarkable answer in my opinion. That's what's up. So we're gonna give out some accounts. I don't know how you want to rock it, bro. Like, do you want it to be like do you want to ask a question and then the first person that gets the right answer, they get it? Because, what do you think?
So
what do you think? However
how
you
I
want to do
used to
it.
do it, it's a very unfun way, not unfun way, but how I used to do it is I would make people pick a number 1 through 100, and then I'll use a random number generator, and whoever got closest to it or on it would win that one or win that round.
Okay, let me pull up a random number generator then. How about that? Let's do that.
And then you could just say ready, set, go. And then when they type it, you will, or that's when they would be able to type their answer, and they would have 5 seconds to type their answer. And then you go through the list and see who got closest.
All right.
That's how I used to do it all the time when I did the.
Okay, so I got one up, random number generator. So it's going to be for number from 1 to 100, right?
Yep.
All
just
right,
say ready,
so
set, go.
we're going to give out 3 accounts. These will be 350Ks. And once we identify the 3 winners, all I need you to do is DM me on Discord and DM me your email. And then that's all we need. And then my brother Juvier will take care of the rest. All right?
Yeah. Well, should they DM you? Should they DM you on Discord or Instagram in case some people that are watching don't have Discord?
Great question. Yeah, you know what? DM me on IG. That'll be the most. We're gonna follow my brother just stated.
Do you have your Instagram just to put? I don't know if you could put it on the screen or.
Yeah, I'll drop it in there for him. It's at TradeGheenyuz, but I'll definitely drop it so they have the link. Let's see here. Let me just go there and I'll just drop it. Yep, and I also want to see your YouTube name as well when you DM me. All right. So let me just I'm gonna drop that my IG handle in here. I'm just going to put the link to it. Boom. Okay. What's going on with my guy? You better get in there. It's not showing for some out apparent reason, but it's at TradeGheenyuz. Real simple, y'all. Just my name. It's let me
Yeah,
do
and we can
this.
put it in the chat after you choose the
Yeah, there
person
we
that
go.
won.
We'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do that. Awesome. All right. So, random number generator. I love it. All right. So, this the way we're gonna do it. This is just a trial run. This is just an example. I'm gonna go. All right. 1, 2, 3, and when I do that, everyone put the number that you think it would be. I'm going to, when I do 3, I'm going to hit the number generator, and then whoever gets the right number,
Or
you're the winner,
closest to it, right?
or closest to it. There we go. So, all right, hold on. The team is pinning the Instagram to the chat. Let me let them do that real quick. Give us like 2 seconds. Yep, and also please feel free to follow me. You know what I mean? Let me get that follow. That'll be great.
Definitely follow him.
Absolutely. And then the team will be pinning it, actually dropping it in the comment section as we speak. So, all right. So you know what? I think it may have went in there. I think it did. You know what? I had T Pruitt stuff up, and I'm almost sure that it went in there. All right. So that was just a trial run, y'all. That was just a trial run. Look, they all there's a bunch of numbers in there. All right. So here we go. All right. Y'all ready? So this is we did a little trial run. This is it right here. So 3, 2, 1.
I know it's a little delay. And then what, like a 5-second hold? So we'll wait 5 seconds.
Yep. All right, now let me scroll through because I'm gonna scroll through. I said it right when V Brewer said hello. What do I do? So I'm gonna scroll down. All right, so there we go. Let's see. Nah,
Who's
that's
gonna
okay.
win?
They gotta trust me because I'm not gonna cheat. Let's see here. So the closest. So it was. It was. Let me see here. Still going. Still going. Let me see. So right now I got somebody that's close. I'm just trying to see everyone else. So the closest would be, where are you? I just caught you. That's Shy 2022 Bia. It was 58. Shy, you are the closest, 61. You are the closest. That was the closest I got. I thought V Brewer had it, but Shy 2022 Bia, right here. You, my guy. Let me get this to the middle here. So just go ahead and we got 2 more. You got 2 more choices, y'all. So just wait for me to say 3, 2, 1, go before you do anything. All right. So this is the first one. So we can stop. We don't have to put. I know we have like a little 5 to 7 second delay, maybe even a 15-second delay. So this is the first winner. Shy 2022 Bia. All right. So got Shy. Make sure you please DM me on IG. All right, got you. And please put your YouTube handle in there so I know it's you. All right, so let's see here. No more numbers. No more numbers. Right, it's the closest number as I stated. So you can get it right on or it could be the closest one. All right, so we got 1. All right, so we can start this. Awesome. Cool. Oh, wow. Look at this, Juvier. Wow. It always helps somebody.
Yeah, I just saw that come through.
Wow. Amazing. Well, when God is good, that's all I got to say. Can we add a stop time? Yes. So, okay, don't copy me, Bubla, we're not there yet. Okay, so let's stop. No more numbers. So
Oh, we might be able to talk in the. Hold on. This is what I'll do.
talk to me.
So when you okay, so you'll say 3, 2, 1, go. They'll type. I'll wait 5 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'll type stop in the chat, and then no numbers after that will
I
be
love it.
counted.
When a team comes together, teamwork makes a dream work. All right.
1.
So let's go. So y'all ready? All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Boom. I type start so you know when to start at.
Absolutely. Love it. All right. And I'll let you do the stop
Yep.
as well.
All right. You'll see it come through here. I might have to do a 10-second timer actually, because it'll be a bit longer. Did you even see my stop come through?
I did not.
All right, so just stop it after EK's 83.
Cool.
Sorry,
That's all right. No, I'm gonna do this right now. All right, I just stopped it. Cool. So anything before my stop is all to the good. All right, and everything between my stop and Juvier's start. So let me go to Juvier's start, and we're gonna go. If you're sending numbers after stop, unfortunately they won't be able to count them. Unfortunately, so let me get back to what my brother says start.
And I got some people saying it 2 times.
Yeah.
Multiple numbers.
Yeah, I see that. All right, y'all. Y'all can stop. I know we have a little delay, but y'all can stop. Let's see here. Let me get back to. Let me actually, you know what? Let me just put your name in there because that'll be the easiest way to find you. Oh, I put in Juvier and everybody's saying, welcome, Juvier. Let me put Juvier Gems. That's funny. All right, so that number was, let me make sure I get there first because I done lost my place. All right, here we go. You gonna pull it up? Okay. I got the team pulling it up right now. So we want to make sure that we keep it legit.
Maybe the next one or the last one we'll do a trivia question.
There we go.
I suggested that.
I love it. Y'all heard that? Next one's gonna be a trivia question. No human error, city view. We good. Dead at D Brewer. Y'all, so Bubla, you like 13? That's funny. Bubla kept putting 13, 13, 13, 13. That's funny. All right, so there's my stop. My stop is before Christie that I see. All right. And I'm going to scroll through, and as soon as I see that number or close to it, boom, Natalie Esco. Natalie Esco.
She got it on the dot.
She got it on the dot. 32. Natalie
32.
Esco. Let me get there so I can put you on
Those are my
screen.
roulette numbers.
Are they?
Yeah. Play 32.
Boom. Oh, she didn't put, there it is. Bam. 32. Natalie Esco. Wow, that's another one of my members. Wow, ain't that funny? Dope. All right, Natalie, just make sure you go ahead and hit me up on IG. Just DM me. And DM me your email address, you and Shy. Both DM me your email address and put your YouTube handle in there. All right? All right. Now, the last one, we're going to do a trivia. It'll be a trivia question. And it's going to be the first person that answers. All right. So let me scroll all the way back down. All right. And
It's a
Marvin
good
said
trivia
Vegas
question.
vibes. 32 was yours as well. But she was before you, Sin, because when I went up and I rolled through, she was before you, my brother. Yeah, yeah. There was other people that hit 32, but you guys were after. Because that's why I got this in my ear. I got production team, they are on it. Yeah. They grabbing everything and putting it in Chat GPT, so we can't miss. No human error. Bam. All right. So so we got a trivia. I'm gonna let Juvier ask this question,
I'm trying to
and
think of a
y'all
good
just pay
one
attention. And
that a lot
whoever,
of people won't know.
that's all right. That's all right. Y'all got to dig deep for this one. All right. So that was
Okay.
32,
I
my
mean,
brother.
I think people. I think people will. I think people will. Some people will know this. I've talked about it enough where enough people should know this, the answer to this, but whoever gets it first. So, the name Juvier. What rapper did I get that name from?
Ooh, great question.
Do you know it,
Ooh,
Trend?
Juvier. I have to think about that. Let me think about. No. So let me ask you a question right off. No, I don't know it. I definitely have to think about that. That is a great question because now you got me. You got me like, whoa.
Enough people should know it. Let's see. Somebody said Michael P. Jordan.
Michael B.
Chair.
Jordan.
Chair. Juvenile. That's crazy.
Hey, that's not too bad though, right? Kind of
Paul Wall.
Paul Wall. Juvenile. I can definitely see why someone say that. Someone put
Somebody said
Jay
Getty
Z,
Ross. They
Fetty, Fetty Wap,
the answer
Juvier.
is Fetty Wap.
Really,
Yes. So he had an ad lib. He used to saying he used to be my favorite rapper back in the day.
really.
So
Moodinator.
yeah,
Wow.
he used to say Zuvier all the time. So I changed the
Mm.
Z to a J, and that's how I got Juvier.
Okay, hold on. Somebody. Wait. My
Somebody
bad. My bad.
mistyped it.
It was V Brewer.
Marcel, Marcel,
Oh, it was
the
Joseph. Joseph, you got it. Hold on. Let me go
yeah,
back and
Joseph.
check.
Like, no. Joseph, he not getting the account. He don't want the account. He knew it. He's cheating, and he don't
Okay,
be telling me to
there
get
it is.
freaking
There it
garbage in
is.
the morning. You're lost,
That's true.
Joseph. That's what you get.
So
Next
in
time,
that
remember.
case, it would be because look, V Brewer and Moodinator. V Brewer said it first from Fetty Wap, and then Moodinator said Fetty Wap right afterwards. So it was V Brewer. V Brewer. What? I ain't even know that. Like I know Fetty Wap, but I didn't even know he says that. What? My brother, say to me what
He
he says
says
again.
he says Zuvier.
Zuvier.
Yeah. So yeah, Zuvier. But then I just changed it to a J, and that was like my what is it, Call of Duty gamer tag as well.
Okay.
And then I changed my YouTube to that as well.
Nice. Juvier.
Yeah.
When I first saw, I was like Juvier. When I first saw you, I was like, wow. Okay. So V Brewer just hit me up. IG, DM me on IG. The good thing is I know y'all three, so I already know who y'all are, so it'll be easy for me to get that. They're 50K TF accounts. Make sure you send me your email. I'll shoot that over to my brother, and my brother will make sure that his team takes care of it, and they will send it to you. All right. So
Yeah. He can Joseph can get a 50K too, just because
you
he
heard
did
that.
get it correct
You heard that,
the first
Joseph.
time.
And you know what, Joseph. He was because that's the producer. So Joseph was like, nah, they can get it. I don't want it. And look at that, Jay. You got it anyway. So Joseph, you got one anyway, brother. He said that you knew that, and even Joseph said, "Hey, I did know that because I'm always telling him to take out his garbage."
Yeah,
But yeah,
congrats to
man.
everybody that won.
Yeah, man. Shout out to
Yeah.
everybody that won, man. That was dope. That was cool. That was really, really dope. Yeah, man. You know what, bro? This has been great, brother. I'm so glad that I waited because I even told Joseph, I was like, bro, I'm not interviewing because we had some people to interview. I was like, you know what? I'm not interviewing anyone till I get my brother in here first. So that was really, really cool. Definitely great to have you on. I appreciate you taking out your time out of your day, bro. I know you're very busy. Got the fam bam, got a bunch of stuff going on. But yeah, man, it's been dope. It's been epic, man. I definitely appreciate this time with you, brother. I learned some things because there's some things that I didn't know. You know what I mean? And yeah, man. Shoot, it's been great. What do
I
y'all
appreciate
think?
you
Everybody in the
having me on.
comment section, what do y'all think? Y'all think this was good? What y'all think, man? If y'all think it was good, let's get a bunch of let's clap it up. Let's give Juvier his flowers. You know what I'm saying? Like this because of this brother, we're here. Because of this brother is actually one of the brothers that actually changed my life because I found him when I quit my job. I found him on. I actually went into 2 other communities. Let me say that, and then or like I say, he found. I don't know. His video found me. I found him. I don't know how you want to look at it, but I was listening to him talk, and I was like, man, I just like his demeanor. Like he's very calm. He's very like just something about him. And then that one thing led to another, and I was in the inner circle, and then we're here today. So nothing happens by coincidence. I know this is all God's plan, and yeah, man, like I just appreciate you, brother. Like you have definitely,
I appreciate you for having me on and
absolutely,
giving me
man. That's
the
what's up. That's
opportunity to be the first person of many that you're going to be interviewing on here.
yeah. I wanted you to break. I wanted you to be the icebreaker for real, for real. But that's what's
Yeah.
up, man. But yeah, man, let's shout out Juvier, man. It's been really,
Oh,
really.
you got the soundboard too? Oh,
Yes,
man.
sir.
It's like iCarly in here.
Shout out Juvier, man, for real, brother. That this was a great one. I hope everyone enjoyed this. And like I said, man, you know, make sure I get one question all the time, and I'm gonna let you put this to rest. And it's something I should have brought up before we let you go. I get one question all the time. Everyone's always asking me, how do I get in the inner circle? How do I get in the inner circle? How do I get in the inner circle? So I'm gonna let you be the one to answer that, and then this way, moving forward, everyone will know what's needed or how that works.
Yeah, I mean, so the only way to get in the inner circle is to apply, and it's if we have spots open. Realistically, a lot of times we don't have spots open. Like I mean, I get so many of those DMs as well. But really, the only way is to apply, and you can find a link for it inside of basically every single YouTube video I have up. But it's only if there's spots open because we can't really let too many people in. If we let too many people in, it would get watered down. We wouldn't really be able to help as many people. Trend would be overwhelmed by freaking 500 million new people every day. So yeah, the only way to get in is to keep checking that link to see if there is spots open and going from there. That's
Absolutely.
really it.
There it is,
It's
y'all. Yeah.
usually, I think I usually either the first or the second link inside of my YouTube videos descriptions.
There it is, y'all. There it is. There it
Yeah.
is, man. Shout out to my brother Juvier, man. For real. For real. Shout out to him.
I need a
brother, for real.
soundboard.
Great interview, brother. A lot of knowledge given. I hope everybody was listening, paying attention. And there it is, man. So we're going to let Juvier, man, get back to his day-to-day. We definitely appreciate you here at Trade Genius. You always have a home. You're always, welcome here anytime. If there's something that you just want to talk about and you want to come on, all you got to do is hit us up, brother. The floor is always yours here. And
Sure.
this community did not happen without you. I want you to know that. My live stream is you are definitely, you don't know this, but you were definitely the catalyst. Shout out to my big brother Scalp God. Without you, I say this on every stream. I don't know if you know this, but at the end of every stream, I always say shout out to my brothers, the Edge Fund, the co-founders at Juvier, Scalp God. I always say that every time because I always want everyone to know that without you guys, I wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be here. Absolutely. You know what I mean? So there it is, man. Absolutely,
I
brother.
appreciate you, man.
Anytime, brother.
It's
Have a
been fun.
yeah, man. It's been
an
great.
honor.
It's been great, brother. Well, you're right. Yeah,
For
man.
sure.
Shout out to the fan man, the fan bam. Tell the wife I said hello. Who
definitely
that?
will.
What's up? Because she's definitely a Louisianian.
Yeah,
and thanks again, brother. We really appreciate you, bro.
for sure. All right, boss.
All right,
See
man.
y'all,
Have a great
everybody.
day, brother.
Appreciate y'all having me on.
Absolutely.
All right.
Anytime. We appreciate you being here, brother. For real.
All right.
All right, man. Peace. Well, y'all, I think that went pretty well. I think that was pretty epic, man. I think that was really, really good. Thank you, Bottom. Appreciate you. Yeah, man. This has been amazing. This has been amazing. Yep. It's been great. I'm glad we're able to get it done. It was cool. I appreciate y'all even jumping back on because y'all know we had a little audio technical difficulties on the Wednesday. But nevertheless, we got through it. And yeah, man, it's been great. It's been really, really great. I'm stoked right now. I'm super, super stoked, man. That's what's up. Well, I'm glad all of y'all enjoyed it. We're going to end off. I'm still in this trade. I'm probably going to just jump out whenever probably right before 10 o'clock, I'll close it because y'all know the market's closing at 10 today. And yeah, and honestly, price hasn't really done too much of anything at all. It's really just been consolidating literally since the open. Yeah, I mean, it's really, really, truly just been consolidating. Let me share my screen and we'll look at that. Let's see here. RC is supposed to be here. And boom. Scary Rainbow. That's what's up. Thanks for tapping in. So yeah, look, this is a 5 minute. This is 6:30 when the market opened, right here. And you can just see price has done nothing but consolidate. So as I stated, I'm still in the trade from last night. Missed out on all the gains, but I definitely still in profit. So we'll see. So other than that, man, I appreciate y'all. Like I said, this was a really, really great day in the Trade Genius community. And yeah, man. Well, everyone, all the fathers on here, I want to wish y'all a happy Father's Day. I didn't even wish one to my brother. That's all right. I'm gonna hit him up. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. I hope everyone enjoys their Juneteenth weekend. If you're out there, you're hanging out, just please be safe. If you got to snatch the keys from somebody or give your keys up, please do that. I want to make sure everybody makes it home safe and they have a good weekend. And don't never be afraid to just give your keys up if you have to, or even take someone else's. You know what I'm saying? So with that stated, we're going to go ahead on and get up out of here. Shout out to Juvier today, man. That was dope. Shout out to my brother. But we definitely want to give, as always, give our respects to the Edge Funder co-founders, Juvier, Scott God. Without those brothers, we wouldn't be here. And y'all have a great remainder of y'all day. Have a blessed weekend. And I definitely see everybody, all the members in the vault on Sunday. All right. So with that stated, have a great day. Have a great weekend. And please remember what I said. Be safe. If you're going to be drinking, that's cool. Just make sure you give your keys to somebody. Don't be getting behind the wheel. Be smart. Be proactive. Respect yourself and other people around you. Even if you know somebody that don't need to be driving, take their keys from them just to keep everything safe and keep everything. You know what I'm saying? We don't need no tragedies. We don't need nothing tragic happening. All right. So once again, happy Father's Day and signing off. Yee.